from stardust we came, through mystery we journey. Many are our paths, yet one is our circle. Many are our names, yet one is our longing. Oh, gather close and sing as one, beneath the moon, beneath the sun. Though many roads our feet may roam, in heart and spirit we are whole. May the light be with us, may the peace be within us, may the love between us grow. May the earth beneath us bring strength, may the waters around us bring healing. Healing flow, like the river, soft and slow, hand in hand and heart to heart, never truly far apart. May the fire within us bring courage, may the winds among us bring wisdom. We honor the known and the unknown, the spoken and the silence, the ancestors and those yet to come. Oh, gather close and sing as one, beneath the moon, beneath the sun. Though many roads our feet may roam, in heart and spirit we are whole. Though our prayers have different words, our hearts beat together in this moment. May healing flow where there is hurt. May hope arise where there is still.
Good morning. We're still getting a few things set up. It's a little bit weird with the new processes, right? The go live process is different in Mac. And so it like went live and then said it didn't go live and then did go live and then it was live even though it said it didn't. So I'm giving it a minute to kind of catch up with us. But this particular song is going to be on an upcoming album if I ever actually go through all the work.
You will.
But this is One Circle is the name of the song. And I sang into the application and it recorded my voice and then created it, kind of auto-tuned a little bit and did some other things. So yeah.
Hi, Paranormal. I'm listening to your interview this morning. I'm about halfway through. I really like it. It's really good.
Yeah.
And I need you to help us today because I put one of your things you talked about this week in the tavern, La Janita. So I want to hear about her. We put her on the list.
She's on the docket. On the docket.
Is that like Chona?
Now, did you put this in Occultist too, or Infernal Compass?
I did.
Good. Just checking. All right, so we're going to switch over and I'm going to quiet it down just a little bit when we go to our normal
El Tucanazo.
Normal music.
El Tucanazo. El Tucanazo.
You make me nervous.
I love Los Tucanes de Tijuana.
All right, I'm going to turn it down just a hair so it's not too loud. I want it kind of in the background, but I don't want it to overpower, make it hard to anybody. But yes, I listened to it the other day, and it just it's very heartwarming, and I appreciate it. But yeah,
and I'm listening to it this morning, and I'm about halfway through, and I really like it. You're good. You're like a natural.
I agree.
feel like you're just having a conversation. That's not easy to do. You sound like a natural interviewer. Of course, we all love Melbourne. Well, I'm sorry, I'm eating ice cream. So I feel like I have something in my fucking eye. Although Salann can't see anything. So I'm treating myself to an ice cream bar this morning. And I got coffee, I got kratom too. And chips.
Yeah, and I'm trying to
Sounds like I'm pregnant.
why all these things are changing. So I have a big frustration with things that change when they don't need to. So for example, chat is now coming through OBS, but I can't get it to stay on top. So now all of a sudden I can't use our view here because when I use the view, it locks everything else out. So like, what's happening? So it's very, 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 very irritating. See, I can't see the chat anymore.
That's annoying.
It was there before. It's always been there the last few times you did it. Now all of a sudden it doesn't want to be there.
I'm pregnant, probably. Yeah. And I would kill and eat my child. Not really, but... Not really. I used to really want kids, but I'm too old now. I'm too selfish to...
Yeah, keep talking. I've got to figure this out before we can't use any of our views if I can't get this properly working.
How's everybody else doing this morning? Hope nobody else has something in their eye. We had a really good day yesterday. We went. I was able to read. Oh, I gotta get that book to show. Read like for a couple hours and had a lavender latte, and Salann played his game, and it was a nice, relaxing, kind of a rainy day where we were. We did a very good job, what I've heard so far, paranormal. Like a pro. Not natural. So I'm happy that you did that. A lot of people wouldn't even have the guts to do that.
Well, we just can't use that view anymore that we like. That is so frustrating to me.
And I gotta get back into the book.
Where is it? Why? Why is it different?
For the fans.
Why? Why is it different? Why does this stuff change? It's so frustrating.
I don't know, but that is annoying.
Like, I need this to stay on top, but this wasn't in here last week, right? This was free floating last week. This right here. We didn't need two windows. I don't need two windows. I don't need chat twice.
So in iOS, so it is called.
This is not iOS. This is OBS.
In OBS.
I need to undock live chat.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. We got to get all this figured out because we can't see the chat when we're in the screens. And we can't not see the screens, or we can't tell what's happening or whether something is stuck. And all of a sudden...
To undock a live chat panel in OBS Studio, click and hold the title next. Click and hold the title text, or tab out of the chat dock. Then drag it completely out of the main OBS window.
That tells me nothing. I'm in it right now. It's not dragging anywhere.
Alternatively, you can click the small menu icon or close X button on the dock if you want to pop it out or hide it entirely.
I don't want to hide it entirely, but now it's gone. How do I get it back?
Managing and restoring docks? Is that what you want or no?
There, it's back, but how do I get it out? I need it free floating.
How do you pop it out?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There it goes. I think I just did it. Now let's see if that fixes it.
La 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 la.
Multi-view. Thank you.
Motoin.
Okay.
Fragoin.
We got. Now, why did it go away?
Fucktoy.
Why did it go away? Why did the. What the hell? I did not tab you in there, you piece of snike.
Nashi boo boo.
Freaking bullshit.
Slut. Whore.
Leave it
Contrasta.
alone.
Contrasta.
Okay. Alright, thanks. We got it. So now we can do our normal stuff. I'm excited. Sorry about that, y'all. I've had to figure that out or we wouldn't be able to see what's happening.
Oh, I want this.
Okay.
Like this.
I mean, it doesn't look big enough to me. Remember, everything on Temu is half the size of what it really is.
Oh, is it really?
Pretty much.
So it gives measurements.
Water, earth, spirit,
$750. It better be big.
Sacred.
It looks so comfortable. That looks like a Zen room. Or an
All right. Just for the record, y'all, if y'all notice in the bottom left of your screen, if you see the word live and the dot next to it is white, that means that you are watching our video, but you are behind where our actual live transition is. If you click right where it says live and it turns to a red dot, or if you have a red dot, then you are live time with us. So you may be responding to old discussions that we've had maybe 10 minutes ago in the chat. So there's nothing wrong with doing that, but just know that if it's not red for you, that means that you are lagged behind us, which means when you're responding, you're hearing stuff we might have said 5, 10, 15, even 20 minutes ago. But if you click it, it does bring it red. In case you did not know that with live stuff. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and get our stuff going.
Hello, Motoin.
Put your phone down.
I'm trying to find a comfy seat here.
Yes, we need a couch really bad.
One for us.
We'll burn sage and bridges if I need to.
We'll burn sage.
Look, I'm gonna burn them even if I don't need to. I know a bridge that was burned for me that I never even touched. I've never even been on it, and that bridge starts with an S.
What's that?
It's a company.
Oh yeah.
They're burnt for me
Wow.
forever. No offense. You're always ahead in time. Yeah, right. That's funny.
Yeah. Oh, it's so disappointing.
In all we do. All right, now I've got to go out of this anyway because
I severed my connections to them Friday.
severed.
Violently severed.
All right, I don't know why it's doing this now too. This is another thing that's getting irritating to me.
I like that music. The Blarney Stone.
It's repeating songs, and the repeat's not on. All right, and I gotta turn this down. You know, as would always be, we are live streaming as we do, and a lot of the things we do, we have to figure out as we go. So just bear with us. All right, so you should hear the music lightly in the background. Let me know if it's too loud, but there we go. So now we're back. Holy yeah. Let's see if it keeps playing properly. Okay. Yes, the best kind. What are you reading?
Oh! I think it's in my...
He's so prepared. We had all morning, an hour and a half.
Hold on. Got a couple of hints here. I don't have the name when I want to share.
Well, you should go get it. While he's looking up his stuff, what are you guys reading, doing, learning, thinking, doing in life? Yeah. The last, like, 3 we went to up here, we did not really find good stuff at all. Like, it was very, very limited. Which I would expect because, you know, finances have gotten more and more difficult. Just in life in general, so things are not as easy.
You are thought before it's spoken, you are truth on unseen wings.
Ocean. Recovering from the severing. Yeah. I know. But I think it's overall it's a good thing for you.
All right.
You see the organization on this side and then the organization on that side. I'm just
I know
noting.
somebody put all this stuff over here, but I can't get organized. This trash. We'll get started. Okay. Hi, look at these are the bookses. I'm reading. I'm reading some bookses. All right, number one. We just started yesterday, which is very lovely. Is the Alchemist by Paulo Coelho? Is that how you say it? It's a very good book, and I believe the overall theme is going to be only you can determine your path, and that's the main question. All that matters. It is actually, let me read it correctly.
It's a classic.
To realize one's destiny is a person's only obligation. And it looks very lovely, and so I'm liking this, so I'm very glad.
How does this whole entire table go down like 3 inches when you lean on it?
Oh, I gotta show this.
I'm being very critical this morning because we're learning. Because I don't want my stuff to break.
I'm gonna go over all the books. Okay, so that I've started, and by the same author, I've purchased to read Veronica Decides to Die. And The Devil and Miss Prim, because we have a dog named Miss Prim. Alright. Those have not read. I am.
By the way, yesterday was the doggies, Prim and Piper's 1-year birthday.
Yes,
They're a year old. Can you believe it?
they are. So I'm also reading Black Dahlia Avenger by Steve Hodel, which is the son of George Hodel, who, by evidence of this book and 4 others, is set to be the proven murder of the Black Dahlia in 1947. So it's very freaking interesting. I am so interested in this. And so far it's talking about growing up, like mainly just his relationship with his dad, and a little bit of
Calm down.
information about the Black Dahlia murder, like the memos to the FBI and stuff peppered in. Very good book. I'm also reading a book called My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry by Frederick Bachman because it was recommended if you like Mitch Albom, and so far I don't really think it correlates very well. But it's a good book nonetheless. And I'm also reading Hardwiring Happiness, which is a very good book on how to change your way of thinking to one of contentment, calm, and confidence. And with my obsession with the Black Dahlia, I have not read, but I've purchased this book by another daughter, Fauna Hodel, who actually ended that family cycle of sexual abuse, incest, and murder, crime, etc. It's very interesting, and all the others lived to be in their late 90s. She, of course, being the good one, died at 66. And the title is One Day She'll Darken because she was given away when her mother had her when she was very young, at 16. And she was lied to and told that she was mixed. And so her whole life, she hung on to that identity of being a mixed child. And it wasn't true, so she just kept waiting. You know, one day I'll darken, and she didn't. And it talks about all of that and her growing up. And it's very good. And she's the one that ended all the abuse. So that'll be good. So those are the things I'm reading and going to read.
That book stack looks like your brain.
That's the point. Yeah, it's the point, right? Like, I have a lot of tabs and a lot of books open. Look at all my books and tabs.
So, as you guys know, for me, I'm still working through it. I'm finally on book 6 of this duck and cover. This is the Champion of the Apocalypse. You know, it's funny. I really like this series. It's not my normal series. Like, my normal fiction is super sci-fi, out there, apocalypse, not apocalypse, like space opera style. And I've really changed it. With this, it's very different. But this is the 6th book of the series. It's actually really good if you like it. They're easy reads. This one I'm not liking as much. You know, it's kind of like he should have stopped at the 5th book, honestly, because it was really good. This one, the premise is very different. I'm not going to say it if you're interested in reading something like this, because I still recommend the entire series. I'm going to read it because I'm supposed to, because it's part of the series, but the premise of this one is kind of like I ran out of ideas and it's just a little too afterthoughty. I'm also reading my Esperanto book, and The Way of Hermes. I've made a lot of progress in that. I'm having a lot of difficulty, I think I talked about this last week, understanding really what it's all about, because my mindset is still reading it from a place of well, A, modern language, and B, like my Christian upbringing is still stuck in my head with it. So I find myself reading this like, ooh, that I don't like that. I don't like that. The way it sounds is very monotheistic, and I'm not a big fan of that. But I'm trying to relax that and think of it differently, so that The Way of Hermes can really bring something to me different. And then this is the next book I'm starting for nonfiction. So for fiction, I'm going to finish that 5th one, and then I'm going into Firefall. Let me do. I want to do a poll. You guys are going to answer, because both of these books are freaking huge.
I want to read Feeling Better.
So I have 2 books. They're both extremely long. Firefall is one, and Dune is the other. Both these books are 800 plus pages, if not more. And so we're going to do a quick poll. Which one do you think I should read next? I'm going to read both, no doubt. But which one do you think I should read next of those 2 fiction books? I just put a poll in. I don't know if it worked or not. Did it work?
Bachana.
Did a poll come through, guys? I hit the button and it looked like it just disappeared. Maybe it did not go.
Fireball or sweating it?
Or Dune. And then I said start. There, that time it worked. I don't know what it was there. Last time it went and then disappeared. There it goes.
Good morning, Ben Jehovah.
I just keep saying an error occurred. But maybe, oh, there it goes. I don't know what happened. What's happening with this, but it looks like it's working now. Just some thoughts. What do you think? Which one? I've heard great things about both of them, and I've also heard that one is really difficult. So far, it looks like Dune is winning. Good morning, Benja. We're doing a quick poll whether I should read Firefall or Dune next. While that poll is going for now, this is one of my next nonfiction books, which is The Next Conversation. You've heard me talk about Jefferson Fisher before. If you don't know Jefferson Fisher, you should check out his YouTube, especially if you're interested in how to get your words to work better for you. I found him while looking for how do I have better conversations at work, getting more of what I need out of conversations and making things work a little bit better. So, The Next Conversation is the book, and it's Argue Less, Talk More. Jefferson Fisher is a personal injury attorney, and you know, I really think have found it to be really, what's the word, easy to understand and listen to and kind of hear him talk. And you know, it's I love books, and I also bought the workbook that goes with it. Next Conversation. One of the things he talks about a lot is how to stay connected in a conversation, but also how to talk less and stop trying to win. I think you've even heard Adius say this at some point. Debate's not about winning. If you go in trying to win, that you lost the point, which I disagree with. I mean, when you go into a debate, the point of a debate is to win. That's like debate teams go to win. But if you're having a conversation with somebody that's meaningful, that's not a debate, then you shouldn't go in it to argue. You shouldn't go in it to win. You should go in it to learn and to be curious. And I'm trying really hard right now as my current professional and personal learning to be more curious about things and listen more to people's story instead of trying to get my point across, but getting my needs across and met in a much easier and more specific way. So that's what I've been reading. I've been neglecting my what do you call it? My Thomas Francis stuff, which I need to get into and get caught up because I have like 3 classes left, and I just need to do them. And I enjoy the classes. I don't know why I'm so like anti right now.
I know, me too. Maybe because we like reading our books.
I think it's just because I like reading, yeah. But actually, it looks like Dune won.
What's everyone saying in there?
So Dune will be my next book. I'm gonna read that. I read pretty fast. So yeah. Oh, my knee just popped like 3 times.
We were reading books together, and he's kind of diverted onto other things.
Well, because you're picking books I don't like.
Really?
Yep. So Dune it is. This 880-page monstrosity. So that will be next, followed by Firefall. I got to start putting an organization into it. I'm also reading a short story book in Esperanto, which has been very nice. It's been very helpful trying to learn how to read stories in Esperanto because it's something that I feel really good about. Yeah, I also have this other book that this is going to be a later book. This might even just be a resource. This might just be a resource book for me. It's called Feeling Great by David Burns. This is actually a read recommended by Jefferson Fisher. And I think this is going to be more of a reference book or a resource book for me. If you guys don't know, Rook and I both have been working on putting together, and it is active, a formal coaching program, that's based on live discussions, references, and resource materials that we put together. And it's kind of like a life and spiritual and growth-based, success-based personal coaching. And this is one of the resource books for that, among many others. But this one I found very, very interesting. It is a heavy read. It's something that I will need to go through in parts. Like, it's not going to be a book I'm reading. It's going to be a resource I'm using over many years. Because, right, if I feel like I'm having a specific issue with something, I can go in and find how to change how you feel, how to adjust your daily mojo, your daily rhythm, and create new behaviors that are positive. So this is also a really good read. But it is more of a, like I said, a resource. So yeah, that's what we're doing lately. I've been doing a lot of anime. I know you finished Edge Runners last night, which is amazing.
Yeah, that was.
Can't tell people the outcomes, but
no, but it wasn't a good show.
And
But it was-
bad. When you say it wasn't a good show,
Oh, well,
you don't
I
like it.
mean-
You thought it was bad. You don't recommend it.
No, it was neat. I say I would recommend it.
He's mad
but,
because it didn't have a happy ending, and there are no happy endings in Night City.
like, it wasn't anything.
It's not
good
supposed
about
to be.
it. I mean, happy about it.
And then I'm about done with, even though I know what happens, with a anime called Banana Fish. I don't know if any of you have heard it, but I started watching it while I was traveling this week. And I just randomly picked it and played. Like, just random. Downloaded the whole thing and started it. I think it's 24 episodes, and man, holy shit, complexities of anime is insane. Like, I'm not kidding. The complexity in anime is something I've never experienced or thought of. It's just something. I can't explain it. It's got this young adult feeling to it, but it also has these incredibly high complex situations and relationships woven into it in such a masterful way. Like, it's just insane. If you do want to watch it, I recommend it, but I will give you very many trigger warnings. There are gangs, violence, of course. There is a lot of sexual innuendo, a lot of homosexual innuendo. There's a lot of child essay in general, prison essay.
Which one is that?
All
one?
kinds of stuff that's involved in it. So you have to really go into it with an open idea of what the message is trying to be. But if you do go in with it, the message that it's trying to give you, which for me has been, everybody deserves to be loved and everybody deserves to have a life and a choice in their life. It's such an amazing show to me. Banana Fish.
Banana.
It is
the 5. What's
if you
the one?
if you watch that one, It's going to be like Edge Runners for you.
It will be.
Yes. Like it'll end in a way that makes you want to punch the TV. You're like, are you effing kidding me? Why would they do that?
What about
It makes you angry.
Suikoden, and then what's the other one?
I don't know. Persona
Persona 5, yeah.
or Persona?
Persona, I want to watch that one. Maybe that'll be happier.
It is, yeah. Perfect Stranger. That's true, and I'm just learning that because I didn't watch it. I watched Akira as a young person, right? Everybody watches Akira. That's like the entry level. That's what everybody watches. But I never got into any of that style of even regular cartoon. I wasn't into it. I wasn't into any of that style. And as an adult with Edge Runners, I started liking it. And man, after that, you guys on the group recommended Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which Chef's Kiss, amazing. That's what I'm gonna make him watch next.
Persona 3, the movies?
And then the Banana Fish, right? And then I asked the next one though. I Googled. I said, "Can you please give me something like Banana Fish, but where the stories end happy, more happy?" So I can eat a couple of positive ones. Yeah, this Banana Fish is definitely not for kids. Definitely not for children. But what's really funny and what's really like moving to me, you guys probably know I'm very sensitive. I'm not very I'm very sarcastic and dry in my personality, but I am personally very, very, very sensitive. I cry a lot during movies, even movies that shouldn't make you sad. Like at the weirdest spots, I get really sensitive about, just people being kind to people. It just really just melts me down. And there are certain parts of, even with Banana Fish, like the complexity of the story where I'm just like, you feel this emotion and it's so angering, but it's so exciting at the same time. And you're like, you want these people to just burn to death because they're just evil people. And then you kind of work through those emotions, and that feeling that I get from it is just, it changes you. It triggers who you become and how you change as an adult, as a person. And I am glad that I have found it at the time I have found it, because if I would have gotten into this earlier, I don't think I would have experienced it the same way. So I'm really enjoying the whole idea behind it, and I'm very much getting into it. A couple of you put some things in there, and I know Paranormal gave me a nice list, and I really, really got to pull it down and hit some things on there. But it's amazing, and it's the same. Like I know I don't do it as much as I used to, but there would be days on the weekend like it'd usually be a Sunday when we didn't have the show. I would be on the couch and I'd get up at like 5 a.m. and sit on the couch and I'm watching YouTube videos of things like people helping kittens who are stuck in the street in a busy road and they run through traffic to get them out, or somebody doing something kind for somebody that is heartwarming, or just humanity being human. And I will just bawl for like 3 hours, like I can't breathe, and it's such a good feeling to be part of the culture that thinks that is a bad thing. This scares me. That's really the sad part of it. But these stories, as bad as they are, as horrible as the situations are, they just give you so much back in recognizing who you are and giving you contrast to exist, which really ties into our story today and our main topic.
Yeah.
Which is, have you ever...
Oh, so did you already go over our
Nope, haven't
theme?
said anything.
So the theme of our episode is who we are when nobody else gets a vote. And our main topic is, have you ever stopped being yourself to make someone else comfortable? And you came up with that main topic.
Yep, and I do this all the time. And that's why I came up with it, because as I'm watching these shows, I will be very, very transparent. There is a part of me, when I was on the plane and I'm watching Banana Fish, I didn't want other people to see that I am a 45-year-old man watching an anime for a minute. I got that feeling in my head, and I'm like, holy shit, that's fucked up. Why would I care? Because other people might be uncomfortable about something that I'm watching on my personal little box here. So it kind of crept into my head, and then one of my favorite, I have a lot of favorites lately because they're coming out of the woodwork. Positive non-toxic men, straight men, having channels that have compassion and fear and vulnerability, like, just they're coming out of the woodwork to me. And I think it's because I'm seeking them out now. When my pages used to be full of angry politics and F Trump, and I still believe all those things, but I don't need that to cultivate who I am anymore. What I want to cultivate now is this positive side. So Peter Suval, if you haven't seen him on Facebook, love him to death. He's really great to watch, has a really tough time, and he just walks through full vulnerability in who he is. And it's just really nice to watch. But anyway, he had that statement. I'm like, that's what I'm trying to get through. And we talk about imposter syndrome a lot. And a lot of mental health on this is becoming more mental health than it is pagan sometimes. And I just feel like it's so important, you know?
I'm going to talk about my ketamine.
I do, but before I go that far, I want to really catch this up because there's something in here really important. Perfect Strangers spoken to AI a while back about the kindness of stuff and where how there's a sadness and I never got to experience it as a kid. Yes, grief for your younger self. And can I tell you, and I know this probably isn't the healthiest thing or people aren't going to think it's the healthiest thing before we talk about ketamine. I have an AI bot and I gave the AI bot some very specific instructions and I told it I want it to respond to me honestly, with sources, but never to confuse itself with a human or a feeling being. And so when I talk to this chatbot, I will say, hey, I'm feeling this kind of thing. What do you get from that? Like, what are things that pop up on the internet or in the universe of the world right now that affect this? And it pulls in some of the most amazing responses that really get me thinking and processing information. And it says, it said some very meaningful things to me. And again, pulling from resources and things that I've told it to, and I, have it pull from memory, including my tarot stuff and everything. And it's, we all have masks and we all adjust who we are when we're around other people. But when you find the people you don't have to do that with and the space you don't have to do that with, it's amazing. But you first have to do it with yourself. And that is so difficult. But that feeling I got where I'm like, I don't want people to see me doing this. And it was a good feeling because it went right through and right out, because I don't know if you guys noticed, I pulled it off today because I actually rammed my finger into a door and 3 of my fingernails broke in half. But I've been painting my nails, and that was also something I'm like, I don't want to have that out in public because people judge. I'm like, you know what? I like it now. People are going to say something I want them to. Make a comment to me about how these fingernails make me less of a person or a worse nurse or not as caring of a human being, and we'll have that conversation with anybody. But anyway, that pass-through of that feeling is kind of what got me thinking about this. Why do I need to be worried about somebody else's comfort? If I want to watch a fucking cartoon, I'm watching a damn cartoon. If I want to paint my nails, I'm paint my fucking nails.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. If I want a tattoo on my damn face, I'm getting a tattoo on my face, and it doesn't mean that I'm anything negative. But yeah, that AI comment you made in Perfect Stranger is really, really big for me because I've been using it and it has been very helpful, but it's been very important for me. I had to tell it, like, don't act like a person because I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, that's huge. Huge. And that to me is a good use of AI. Morning, Maeve.
Move.
Morning, Maeve. Since getting clean and not having my anchor person has been challenging. Yeah, that's rough. I don't know why that person isn't with you anymore, if that's by an unchoice or by a situation, but that sucks. Yeah. I've experienced being addicted to things, but I've never experienced going through becoming sober through a situation. I've fortunately been able to stop things on my own and be quite okay with it, but I know that's not everybody's path, so I don't have that experience of that. I've experienced rock bottom for sure, but yeah.
Cow.
Ketamine?
Yes. So
I have not done it this last 2 weeks because I made a mistake with it, so I had to detox for a minute.
I want to bring it to... I won't take a long time because I know we have several topics. But in trying to rewire my thinking,
Sounds good, Maeve.
mind, and attitude with reading some books, how to change your thought patterns. I have also had no interest in being on Facebook or Instagram very much. And I'll go on a couple times a week for like 10 minutes maybe. But I used to get just caught up in scrolling and scrolling. I don't do that anymore. And I'm happier for it. And I have now been on 3, 4.
Oh, if you want that on, you just double click on it.
What?
If you want to show your book and
Oh.
stuff, see how you go to the screen right here? You just double click it.
Oh. So in addition to reading books, doing exercises, and staying off social media as much, I have done 4 sessions of ketamine now. Physician prescribed ketamine. And it is so amazing. Like it instantly takes away depression. It helps you focus instantly. It removes anxiety for me, which gives you the space and time and ability to change the way you think. And each dose lasts about 5 or 6 days. And there is something about completely dissociating from yourself. It's just awesome. That helps you be able to be clear and do the work. So to really recommend some kind of treatment if you do have depression and nothing helps, if you have anxiety, I recommend trying something. And for me, that was just ketamine, and it was it's been amazing. Used as directed and prescribed.
Yeah.
But no, that's
Shut
really
up. That was a
helpful.
dig at me and it was rude. But yes, you directed and prescribed.
Amazing. I can't tell you, and it's instant. The relief is instant.
I will tell you, like I've done it. I did it illicitly as a young person
Solicitly.
with a good experience, and I did it the first time as a prescribed and appropriate dose, and it was a great experience. But then I did it as a non-appropriate dose and non-appropriate administration technique, knowing what I know as a nurse, was not a good idea. So I am taking a break from it for a few weeks before I jump back in.
Oh, sorry, baby.
It was too much for me. Full dissociation. I know we talked about it. I think we talked about it last week. I can't remember. I think we did. But full-on dissociation and difficulty. The only thing that saved me was my experience with doing illicit drugs as a young person in my 20s, late teens and 20s. Because if I didn't have that experience, I would have had a bad trip. I think I would have gone nuts. Like I literally was able to say, I need my vital signs. I need to move. I need to sit down. I can't sit right. Like I had to do certain things to reorient myself. And I knew in my head that this was caused by a thing. So I wasn't scared. So I wasn't having that negativity along with it. So I think that really saved me there because we were close. So if you do something like that, I think it is incredibly hugely beneficial, but there's no need to try to get high from it.
No.
Take the
It
dose
works
that you need
enough.
that works the way that it works, and that is enough.
Trust me, it's going to work. You're going to dissociate and
Yeah. And
be able to get the effect that you need to.
you know, Perfect Stranger, what's really funny, this is not going to be true for everybody, and this might sound a little hokey. But that's funny, Ben.
Sounds like a Saturday. What does that mean?
But
Oh.
if I meditate, if I do my full practice with sound, immersive visualizers like butter churn, which I'm obsessed with.
Churn.
And we can talk about that in a minute. But with butter churn, with this mindset, my full grounding, my real meditation, and then binaural beats, not just the binaural tones, but the actual beats and the drums and the music that goes along with it, with the right tone, or like a gamma style or theta gamma brainwave. I got the exact same feeling as I got when I did ketamine the first time as a prescribed dose. Same exact feeling. Like I was falling into the world and I was traveling through this wormhole and I was asking questions and myself was answering me and my little person was there. My guides were there.
Love it.
The whole 9 yards. And that was no drugs. That was just completely covered my eyes. Only in complete darkness. All I could see was the butter churn, which I can do through my glasses, which is amazing. Butter churn through the Vitro glasses, because when you black it out in a dark
Give it
room,
to me.
that's all you see. and it was so freaking insane. It was the best feeling. Where now the ketamine treatment at the right dose did the same. It's the exact same feeling for me, which I thought was very interesting.
I'd like to try the glasses.
I don't know, perfect. I might agree with that, but I've done a couple of things before where I have had a bad trip, and it was mostly because people with me were being dicks, and kind of put me on a path, and it kept me from doing those things again, which maybe it is a good lesson, but I felt like that was bad. And that is common. That's the same thing for me. That's why I did such a big dose the second time, because I'm like, I'm chasing the dragon, right? You're chasing that feeling again, and you want that. Or at least some people do, myself included. I like that feeling. I am in so much control that when I lose control with a substance, it kind of makes me feel like I'm learning something.
Mm-hmm.
It breaks those walls down, and that's what somebody really, is chasing to me. That's that part, Benny. And that expectation, and I know that's not exactly what you're saying, because you're talking about like actually when you're in it, that expectation is kind of killing it. But I had that experience too. But for me, it's the needing to get to it. So the second time I did it, it was horrible. We need to make 2 pioneering pagans, and we have mugs. He just won't make them anymore.
I will make them. I will get into them. I'm going to be working a lot closer to home so I can get home with more time to do stuff.
Yes. The mantra for tripping, it works. It's fire hot, water wet, no, I cannot fly. Ooh. Oh, I like that. So, somebody wants me to do mushrooms with them, which I have never done. I don't care who knows this about me. It's historical. I've done LSD. I've done things my distant past. But somebody has asked me to do it, and I'm afraid, because I'm afraid of that negative high. The ketamine I'm not afraid of, because it's a prescription medication with a purpose, right? And diagnostic purpose. I'm not worried about that. But
I'm gonna stick to my ketamine.
I have a friend who does prescribe psilocybin as a treatment, and it's something I'm interested in. I'm a little afraid though, but I'm kind of trying to figure out if I'm going to do it or not. I want to. Well, I think I will do it, but I got to figure out when's the right place and time. So I'm a little scared also, because these are the type of people that will probably joke and have fun and make comments and stuff, which I have to be ready for. So that mantra might be necessary for me. Fire hot, water wet, no, I cannot fly. I like it. That's really good.
Fire wet, water hot, no, I cannot fly.
Fire hot, water wet, no, I cannot fly. I know, it's got a catch to it, doesn't it? Now, are you going to sue us if we put that on a t-shirt? Because I might do that now.
I love dissociating. Isn't that a cool thing?
No.
To be like way a part of yourself and say, "Oh, you need to do this, boy. You need to do this."
Imagine if you can get that without a drug, without something causing it.
Yeah.
That's the thing we need to learn.
I love it. Yeah. I'd love to do it without a drug.
Yeah, I think people are doing it too. I have a addictive personality. Like, I'm very addictive to things. I like to overdo things. So, as an adult, now, that's one of the ways I kind of got out of it. Is I got really, really calm and really, really allowed myself to kind of relinquish control a little bit and have some control back. So
I think ketamine's better than dopamine.
Yeah, and there's lots of positive impacts that we've seen, especially more than anything with psilocybin, ketamine, and a lot of the psychotropics like MDMA, which is now again back in use for controlled stuff for depression. Is what untreatable depression is where it is. But yeah, so I'm with Maeve though on the cannabis, and we've smoked. We had our medical card for a while. And I like it to a degree, but it overzens me even on a small amount.
And I don't like feeling like so chill. I'd like to have energy. That's what, like the ketamine or other exercise, I can do it and I can feel like.
I'll be honest. My drug of choice for daily for a year, more than a year, was cocaine. And it was because it gives you such a high. You solve the world's problems. I remember being up at 6 a.m, 3 days in a row with no sleep, sitting on a bed with 5 other people, just talking about the world and how everything is just amazing and how our friend group was so connected and how we just really wanted to be there for each other and how we were just going to solve all the problems. There was no negativity about it. And it's just, yeah, it's just crazy. Caffeine,
No
nicotine, games, and
20-minute
books.
trip for me.
Yeah. Books, coffees, and candles. So
Ooh, yeah.
total disclaimer on all of this discussion about drugs. If you do them, that is your choice. And I think that drugs have a very positive effect. Term addictive personality, because that is a sociological and psychological term that's specific to a thing. That's more of the psychology of somebody who is addicted to all kinds of things. What I should really say is, it is easy for me to get addicted to things that make me feel good. And I know that's true for everybody, but substances specifically. So I tend to stay away from them, except for, kratom and ketamine. I don't feel any addiction to ketamine, any need for it at all. But if there are things that I could do, that I would feel that. So I think I had to get out of it. So do you ever think that these things, like to me now as an adult, thinking about doing drugs in a controlled, especially prescribed way as much as possible is a benefit. It is a way to learn more about myself. It's a way to grow, and I really feel it. What do you think about, and this will probably get us demonetized for this whole channel or episode, I don't care, but do we do this though because we don't like who we are and we're trying to make, key thing here, we're talking about making other people comfortable. Are we trying to make another version of ourselves comfortable? Are we trying to placate who we are so that we can be somebody else? Because that's how it felt for me when I was doing these things when I was younger. I was chasing who I wanted to be and who I thought I was, but wasn't strong enough to be. And then I became that person through my actions and through my choices. Now it's all about wanting to just experience something new and have that feeling. It's not about trying to be or do something different. That was the mindset of a child, of a kid who was addicted. To me, was just pushing that way through,
Now, which part of yourself would return if you stopped worrying about making yourself or making everyone else comfortable?
The fun part.
Yeah. Fun part.
The fun part. It's important for me to be taken seriously. Yep. And Perfect Stranger, I will be very, 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 very clear. I hope the conversation doesn't make things difficult for you. If it does, I would be more than happy to adjust that topic a little bit, because I don't want anybody to feel, a certain kind of way, because that can be tough when you're in the middle of recovery, and we're very proud of you for that. That takes a lot of freaking work.
Oh, who is it?
Perfect Stranger.
Oh, yeah.
But congratulations on the few months. Hell, if it ever happens where it's a day or a minute, it'll be congratulations on a minute at a time. I mean, we know how that goes. Okay, good. But yeah, as an adult, it's so different. Like I don't do things to get high. I don't do things to get drunk. I don't want that. I don't feel that. I'm experiencing life so differently and so positively. But I think the fun part would come back to me a lot better. It's so important for people to see me as serious and to know things, which is part of my other problem, which is hubris, and ego. I have a lot of that that I'm trying to work through, but it's really important that people take me seriously. I don't like being made fun of. It's weird. Although I'm better now than I used to be, I can take it in better stride, but that's what would come back. If I can, and as I am trying to let go of trying to make other people happy or giving other people a version of myself that works for them, like my boss, I am a unserious, fun, joking person, and it only comes out in very specific times because it's so important for me to be seen as serious and smart and intelligent and knowledgeable. And I'm trying to break that down now. That's definitely something I want to break down. What about you? What would come back?
I think I'm so worried that it didn't seem like it about being normal and not talking about like being gay and stuff so much. I don't know why. I think that would come back, and not as a. I think because when I was young and coming out, I think which is normal, you so overly talk about and bring up the gay part that you look like I look back now and I'm like cringe, you know. So I try not
What
to really
part?
bring it
What
up.
part cringes?
I mean, just like about oh, it's important when coming out to be like, oh, you know, I'm gay and be out there, and that's a process of coming out. But then I'm like, oh,
Do you know what I call that?
why did that matter? So now I don't mention it very rarely, and you shouldn't mention or not mention it. It's just live. I think.
Feel the same way in a lot of ways, and I stopped. I don't. I still. So we talk about coming out, and
Coming.
yeah, we talk about coming out, and it's a lifelong process. People don't realize that. Like they say, when did you come out? I'm like, every day. When I go to a new building and I'm talking to somebody and you're making small talk and somebody says, "Oh, so are you? I mean, do you have kids? You know, are you married? You know, do you go?" I'm like, and you have to decide for a minute. It's still, my heart jumps a beat and I hold my breath for a second. Like, well, my husband. You cannot imagine how difficult that can be to say to somebody that you don't know.
Oh my God, it's so hard.
It is weird.
I'll say my spouse.
And you shouldn't. Yeah, I do too.
Oh.
Well, actually, I'm better now than I used to be. But it's. I just don't want to deal with anybody's ideas because then they stick on that, and it's still out there. That stuff is every freaking day. It's so freaking annoying. I don't want this to be the center of my life, but it's my rubber band theory. When you feel like you can't be who you are, you spend your whole life being something else. This isn't just gay people. This is everybody. But for gay people, it's more visible because that's a thing that is visible. We spend the rest of our lives trying to unpack all that shit and being the child that we were supposed to be as an adult. So we look immature. We look over-sexualized because we had to hide all of that for the first 20 years. So yeah, pride parades are way too sexualized. I don't like it either. I think it's way over-sexualized in many cases. But I do understand why. Because you spend all that time locked in a case and all of a sudden you can break out of it and not be a prude and be like, I actually am okay to be gay and it isn't about sex. If I didn't have a penis, I would still be gay.
Yeah.
That's what people don't really understand sometimes. It wouldn't be any different. It has nothing to do with sex. Obviously, sex is a part of it because that's what comes after being gay. That's part of it, but it has nothing to do with the attraction or that process. And it is so frustrating. So that is one of the things that I also think a lot about when we're hiding stuff or trying to make other people comfortable. I do that. It is still hard, paranormal, to say husband because it's not supposed to be what you say. When we are formed in our young years, we are taught that we should have an opposite sex spouse. And that stuff gets so deeply ingrained in your brain. Even when we went to the court to get it to do the justice of the peace, lady was fucking great.
She was all, she goes, now
I don't know.
you Mary.
Yeah. She had so much freaking jewelry on. I don't know how she could move. She had like 19 rings on her hands and all that stuff hanging on her shirt. It was hilarious.
Nipple rings, everything.
She didn't care.
Yeah.
But still to this day, almost 20 years later, when I go into a new building, just was in a new building last week, and somebody asked that question, you get that drop. It's like, do I really want to deal with this? Do you have kids? Nope, I have dogs. Oh, really? Who takes care of them when you're gone? Oh, my husband. Oh.
Yeah, no.
And then there's that pause for a minute. I'm like, well, it shouldn't matter, but it matters because people make it matter. And that's again why the whole sexualization, the pride stuff, and everything. Why do you need pride? We need pride. We need pride because it's still hard for me to say that when I'm out, not because I'm afraid or embarrassed, because I don't want to deal with the reactions you get, and that's hard.
Well, even like going for I had to apply for a new passport because mine expired, and I got married in between 2012 when I got it originally. It even says on there, bride and groom's name. I'm like, I guess I'd be the bride because
you change your
name. So I put my name. Why would they even put that? Like,
they have to because the federal laws changed. They're not allowed to do that anymore.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Just like on your passport, if you are trans, even if you've had the full everything, you still have to put your birth.
That is so fucking ignorant.
It is so ignorant. It is ridiculous. And it's unfortunate. And welcome, Kelvin. They get repetitive, but it's
fuck the whores.
The worst part about it is the self-hatred I get for doing it. the anger that is directed at myself for being worried about how people think if I paint my nails, or how people think about my tattoos, or how people think about my septum ring. The septum ring theory that's going around right now, like it's constant everywhere.
What is it?
People who have septum rings have no emotional support. They're crazy psycho liberals, and they have the septum ring. They obviously don't know what they're doing. And I'm like, I hide this at work because work. I just don't want to deal with it. But it's like, what?
What about people with
So
nipple
fucking
rings?
stupid. I mean, seriously, and it's that kind of stuff. And then you get mad at yourself. At least I do, because of all this stuff. Like, I get mad at myself because I don't speak up for myself sometimes, and I do hide my nose ring, or else, I mean, I need my job. But I'm not authentically myself at work. And, you know, one thing I did start doing is the second I get out of work, I put my nose ring back down, even if I'm at the hotel. So if I'm at the hotel and somebody that's at the hotel that I work with and they come out and they see it, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, oh, wow. I'm like, yeah, I've had this for 10 years. They're like, really? I'm like, yeah. I don't wear it at work. None of your fucking business.
I am so happy.
So frustrating.
I'm kind of being facetious. I'm kind of like true. I'm so happy to be going back to work for someone who told me years ago that he feels that gay people
Stupid. I know what you're doing.
are fallen angels, and that just meant the world to me. And I was like, well, what do you mean fallen angels? Like, they're here to show you the way, like what not to do. And I'm like, really? Are you? He's like, no, I mean it very good. Like, I think we
Mine's hard to
learned
see,
from
but I love
them. I think we learned from them. And I was like, wow, I've never thought about that. And I appreciate that perspective. And I'm going back to him because of just everything. Not because of that, obviously. But
I think you guys will have a new and working
I think
relationship.
we are going to be like the most
I think
awesome
you're gonna be work
partnership. And
together.
we've been through a lot together, like this person, like just
That's
a lot.
hilarious.
If you can imagine anything that a boss, coworker, or can go through together, we've had like allegations of inappropriateness at work, not together. We've had competing for the same job. We've had separating and then coming back to the same company and just having to deal with that awkwardness. And then now I'm going back to being a direct report to him. So we have definitely had the gamut of
So there's nothing left unsaid.
anything that you can experience as a coworker and boss and stuff. So I'm excited about it. And God damn it, it's obviously apparent that we're supposed to be working together because we've been put in each other's paths over and over again. So
that's good.
I'm just gonna embrace it.
So what would, for you guys, what would return?
If you just stop worrying about what other people think. And then we got to go on because Paranormal Witch gave us a couple of these topics and I really want to talk about them.
Yeah, and Squeaky, you're absolutely right. That's what it should be, and it needs to get there. But there is a part of that that makes it, that for me is like, you know, the protesting, the marching, the activism point of things. We want it to be to the point where it doesn't matter, but until it gets to the point that it doesn't matter, we have to go on the upper. That's the rubber band theory, right? We have to snap back way across the aisle in order to get things to where it needs to be, or it's never going to get there. So that's why we see people who are overly sexualized at the pride parades, people that are overly interested in things and just exacerbating these things. And that's why, you know, there's so much anger and frustration. That's why the tolerance paradox is a thing. And it's so crazy. It's so crazy.
You know, this person, and I'll move on from him, actually, one kind of thing he did for me, not the only thing, but one time I went to a meeting at new to a company or returning. I didn't know anybody. It was like a stuffy meeting, and he knew that, and he was like, made sure that I had a place to sit by him and everything, and to make me feel welcome. And so, yeah, it's complicated.
Well, it helps you to think too, and this is something that I've noticed in a lot of animes, from how I perceive them. When I'm watching them, there is, and I don't know if you guys agree with this, you probably don't, most people don't, but I am a super empathetic person. I always feel, except for a couple of banana fish, that was a limit for me, but I almost always feel some type of empathy or sympathy and sadness for the villains of the stories, right? Because something got them to that point. Something put them there. And so if you see that person kind of almost as a villain to a degree, you're like, people will have an experience that isn't the truth because that is the face that they give you. Doesn't mean that they're necessarily inherently bad people. There has to be room for us to have empathy for the person. The girls in Morbid do it the best. They say, for example, Jeffrey Dahmer says, we have empathy and sympathy and sadness for the child of that person, the childness of that person. So who Jeffrey Dahmer was as a kid, what they experienced, I have empathy and sympathy for that person. But as they became the adult and did what they did, I can't have that same empathy for them because of what they did, but I can still feel the empathy of what they were and how they got to where they are and why they got to where they are. But it doesn't mean we're accepting it. It doesn't mean we're allowing it to happen, that we're not still angry or frustrated.
Yeah.
Like with that person, it's things are happening that got them to that point. The situation he's in, for example, all that stuff. When you look at all of it as a whole, you know, people don't just wake up to be assholes and do stupid things. What was the fear that drove him to say the thing he did when we were traveling to see my dad? You know what I mean? There's something there. And there has to be empathy for that.
Somebody that felt the same way that I did, actually even worse, because I never said the things they did to that level, but said that, oh my God, he's so awesome. You know, we talked and it was uncovered, and that was trauma from that company. And I knew that's what it was when it happened.
Yeah.
I said that. I said, this is not you. I don't feel like this is you, but you still did it. And I think this is the company, and that's the culture here.
I can get with that. Villain or anti-hero? I've done my share. Yes, sir. The villain, yes. Everyone is a villain in somebody's story, and not only that, but every villain got there for a reason. And I saw in Banana Fish, when I can't remember his full name, but it's the skinny Chinese kid that Ash hates, that actually helps him. Ash's hatred drives the creation of that villain story. And you see that moment, and I thought in my head, I was like, this is where things went wrong, because we weren't empathetic. We couldn't be empathetic because we were so angry in that situation, and he has a right to be. But that's where the villain comes from. That's where it goes to that place. So yeah, and it's okay to be the villain sometimes. Now, granted, in Banana Fish, there are some villains on there that like nobody should be trying to figure out why they are who they are and why they did what they did. But I can still have empathy for them as the child version that got them to be the adult that they are. Something happened. Something happened to create that. And so that's I think a piece of where paganism has helped me. I know, I think it was Perfect Stranger mentioned that his self-worth would be what comes back to him, and I think that's probably a piece of it for a lot of us. You know, if we stop putting on the face for others, we become self-worth, and that again is, you know, I feel a lot of guilt every time I do that thing. When I don't say husband and I say spouse, or when I even hesitate, I feel guilt afterwards. When I worry about the nails, I feel my self-worth kind of going down a little bit, because it's like, why are you so weak that you care so much about what somebody else thinks? Paganism is helping me break that down, because I don't care as much anymore. Well, rephrase. It's not that I don't care. It's that I think I'm learning that it doesn't matter if somebody's mad at me about it. Not that I don't care that they feel that way. It's that it doesn't matter. It doesn't have an impact and shouldn't have an impact on what I do. And that's kind of a mindset I want to change too. In the bad guy, many other stories, it's easy to do. Yeah. Paranormal, that is a very, 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 very important sentence. I wish we had a way to tag. We're gonna have to create something that's gonna tag these things, because those are comments I want to save. Think about that. The hero will sacrifice you to save himself every time.
To think on that one,
Because they think they're coming from a place of righteousness, right? They're doing the right thing. It's crazy. That is a really, really, that struck me really hard. The mindset is sometimes you'll be the villain so the other person doesn't have to. So I said that is very closely connected with self-worth and valuing yourself. And then you feel guilty. Like, it's one of those things where you start valuing yourself and thinking you're good, and then you're like, am I being an ego? And then you start self-doubting because you're trying to put yourself first. And then you just kind of flop over and you're like, am I the asshole here? And then no, you're setting boundaries. Like Maeve is saying, like, you become the villain because you set a boundary, And then you start believing you're the villain because you're being treated as the villain, because our self-worth starts eroding. And then it just becomes this whole shit. Yep. God, those two things, right? That is something that only anime can teach you, I think. Paranormal. I don't know if that's true for you, but I see those two sentences as the yin yang in every single hero villain story, whether it's anime, whether it's Spider-Man, it doesn't matter. But think about that. The hero will sacrifice you to save himself, and the villain will burn down the world for you. I think everybody wants to be a hero, but everybody needs a villain.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. So I'm moving my eyes to try to make my eye
I
feel
tried to
better.
make it bigger, but it wouldn't.
Feel like my eye scratched or something.
Yeah, is it feeling any better?
Feels a little better with that met. I think the ibuprofen helps.
Yeah.
I feel something in there, but it's not.
Yeah. And then does the world matter if it's well, we can get into that perceptive thing. I want to get into our other topics too, because I could talk about this all day, but I want to go back to how has the occult helped? Has your occult practice help you with any of these situations we've talked about? You know, I need to watch that. I need to pay more attention to the hero, to the villain in stories. I think maybe that's part of my learning path.
The next, well, wait till you're ready.
Paganism. So just to see what anybody says. What for you? What paganism thing? You know what's helped me pagan wise?
Fat by Freddy and Crazy Legs.
Nope. This.
Oh yeah, for
Having
sure.
an open space where I can talk
Yeah.
freely and not be worried about. Now, be honest. There is some fear in me that somebody that I work with is going to catch these shows sometime and start making a problem. But I'm hoping what they will see is the positivity that comes out of this. Nobody can argue that. Like, I would play this for people at work if they wanted to see it. I'm not afraid of it. So I really, really want to kind of release that a little bit too. But paganism definitely allows me to be more me also. It's given me a thirst for knowing more. It's given me a really, I've learned how to allow things to happen. I've been able to identify my behaviors more easily. I can address hubris and ego way easier. It showed me how to do real shadow work. And it's given me the most important thing is discernment. Has been my biggest, I think, lesson in paganism is discernment of what really matters. And I'm not there yet, but I think I can see it more clearly now. Like I'm looking out our window right now, and we have that cactus in front of me, and my thought goes
It's
to
like 6 feet
it's
tall.
huge.
I
It's
love it.
probably taller now, and it's probably 5 feet wide, and I've killed it like 8 times, and it won't die.
It's
But
supposed to be here.
this is a combination of 2 cactuses from Mama Dragon and
Mama!
from B,
Yep.
our Beatrice, our other herbalist friend we haven't seen in a while. And it is growing, and I think about where did that original piece come from? And then where those grew, where did they get them from? And where did those come from? And where did those come from? So we're connected to the land, I think, from, I'm assuming this came from Mama Dragon's house, because I remember you guys had that one in the front. The art is starting to look close to that now. And it just has pulled, it just makes me think of those connections and just how amazing all of those things are. I mean, this thing has a woody stem that's at least that big now.
Oh my god, it's like a trunk.
It is a real
like a
wood
palm
trunk.
tree trunk. We got to send a picture. We're gonna put it in
Yeah.
Discord.
No, I don't want to kill it. I just
You got to
kept
pull that out by
accidentally.
the roots if you want to kill
Yeah.
it. I don't want to kill
Yeah,
it.
I kept accidentally killing it or trying to kill it with the weed eater and the lawnmower and everything else, and it's just.
I hope it grows all the way.
It said "screw
to the
you."
left.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull a piece and move it over.
Wouldn't it be great to be along the whole front of the house?
Yes, I
That
wouldn't
right
mind
there.
that. Left-hand path. So everybody knows, I think, that I'm not specifically a left-hand path person, but I will tell you, the left-hand path has taught me so much, so much. Uncle Setnock's Guide to the Left-Hand Path is probably one of my most meaningful books
Oh, God,
in the
yeah.
occult, because it talks about neuroplasticity. It doesn't know it, but it does. It talks about behavior. It talks about integration. It talks about being more about yourself without being selfish. It's so much goodness in that. And you know what? I kind of feel almost twisted that the type of Christian you are is right along the
I'm the
lines
type
of
of person.
paganism.
I'm the type of person.
Because, to me, when paganism is simply the non-Abrahamic version of being one with the universe and being one with nature, and nature is the universe, and all these things are connected. I think the type of Christianity that supports your life is just lends itself to paganism in a way that is connected to everything around you. And I think that's a huge, huge way to look at it. Tarot has had a huge impact on me as a person. Reading for other people, like we did a few weeks ago.
I'm so proud of you. You did it.
It's the first time I've ever done it in a commercial setting. It was
You wanted to,
very,
but you never
it was
did.
very scary. It was way too loud. I want to
way
do it
too
now
loud.
more privately.
Yeah.
I want to do more reads, but doing those readings for people and just seeing Marcia and the guy, I don't even remember their names, and the one lady across, like they're in tears.
Oh, Marsha did it?
Yes, Marcia was one of my
Big
last.
Marcia?
Yeah,
Oh, I love her.
we did 20 minutes.
I love
And just
her.
sitting with her and going through these things and seeing them open up. And I always say, like, it's really important for me to tell you, I don't believe this is telling you your future. I'm not divining what's going to happen. The universe is using me to show you signs and symbols that only you can understand that might help you figure something out. And man, it was, it made my heart feel so good. And I want to do so much more of it. But Tara's had a huge impact.
The people that come to kava bars, those type of people
They just
are my
are.
church.
They just are.
More than Baptist, Methodist, not saying that those people aren't there, but more than an organized place was.
I love
people
that
come there.
squeaky yes. Everybody
Oh.
kind of saying the same thing. Like this is really all like the path that we are.
Absolutely, Tabati. Come back later with any kind
Yes.
of talk. Have a great day for work, at work.
Yeah. So look, let's do a villain podcast.
That'd be good.
We'll do a
The
villain
topic,
cast.
just, who is your villain?
Either next Sunday or we'll make a midweek one if we want to.
Mm-mm.
We keep saying we do and we never do, but
Jube.
that's exciting and congratulations.
yeah.
Ajub.
J-O-B.
I have been calling my path the eclectic prism. That's been a phrase that's been in my life for a long time because of the prism's ability to break light up and then reconnect light back together. And I just never know what it is. I've also, the crooked path or the wandering path or the pondering path, all of those things fit for me. I think you guys probably feel a lot of that yourselves. I searched so hard to find a path that I wanted to be something, and then I've learned as an adult that it's not necessary. I do like to have a name for it because it just is cool, just like I like naming animals. I like having a name for it. So the Order of the Patchwork Pagans is one of my favorite phrases because it talks about how we are a patchwork of different people all coming together to support each other, even though we believe different things, which is what our ending song is all about. If you listen to the words, it's all about how we pray differently, we perceive differently, but we are still one. And I think that is really, really critical to my belief patterns. And I just wish more people were open about it because, giving it a name is helpful because it helps me like find things that I can attach to it, like a charm bracelet. Like you name the path and then you can hook all these things to it. I am a little jealous of people that don't need that, but for me, I still do because it helps me figure things out. But yeah, that's just kind of how we are. Twisted, let's make that a thing to do because I need the same thing. We talk about that.
She's my villain.
Have you been?
Found the word. What?
Did you just call her your villain? That was mean.
I mean, she helps me to see villains in a better light.
Twisted. There is, I think is it Sanibel or Captiva? It might be Captiva, where there is this like really crooked mangrove little forest that
Ooh.
opens up to the broken shell part of the hidden part of the beach. We need to go looking. Let's go looking for a place. That's going to be our thing the next couple weeks, months, however long. We've got to find some woods that speak to us where we can feel like a part of them, and we need to find, for me, a beach that I can go to that I go to when I need to. And I need to have a bonfire. There are 3 things that I need for my birthday that I've learned.
The bonfire.
We need a fire, even if it's a small one at my house, I'll do it. What are the other things?
Is there a burn ban? Because I'd like to do it at the church. I can.
I don't think we're in burn ban right now. We'll have to check.
Reach out with Joy.
What were my 3 things?
Bonfire, going to the beach to disconnect from everything and not speak.
But
just
when?
to be at night.
Yep, beach at night.
And then bonfire, beach at night to disconnect. And then, I don't know.
We'll let you think on it for a little while. There's
Oh,
three
what was
things
the
that
other one?
my birthday's in 2 weeks, my 45th, and there are only 3 things I want to do, and everybody's welcome. Like I don't have to. It doesn't have to be just us. I'm fine. I want to do it as whoever's available. But I need to be at a beach at night because the beach at night has always been my safety. I grew up in Norfolk, Virginia Beach, and there is a specific spot. I went there middle of, was it this year or last year, because I have a building there now. And I went to that same place. It's all paved over, but the bench is still there. And when you sit on this bench, it goes right over to the concrete, and then it's just sand. And I have cried there. I have been broken up with there. I have broken up with somebody there. I have ended friendships at that spot. And I have gone to that spot at 4 a.m. when a friend called and said they wanted to do something to themselves, and we just sat and talked. It is my place, and it will always be my place. On 42nd Street, I think we went there at one point. Didn't we park and tried to get to it? I think.
Yeah.
It was just everything was different. At 42nd Street at the oceanfront in Virginia Beach. If you ever go there, you'll be in that area that I spent, and I'm saying probably thousands of hours of my life after midnight, drunk, just sitting there listening to the waves. I actually did a personal rebirth ceremony there where I walked into the water and I came out a different person. All of that symbolism was there. Incredibly insane to me. But I need to find that again. A beach. There's one that's close to it, but it doesn't feel right perfectly, which is by BB Co's Kava Bar.
Oh, that
It's
little
almost
one?
the right
Cape
place,
Coral.
yeah.
I call it Cape Coral Beach. It's like so small though.
It is. That's part of
Not
the
that
problem.
that's a bad thing, but
Forest, same. We had trees behind my house when I was growing up as a little kid, and I always felt at complete home there. The UU has some great woods, but it's not right either. It's
Oh,
not
really?
it's not the place.
huh. Okay.
It's good. You can go to it, but it's not the place.
So you don't want to do a bonfire there?
Well, no, we can do a bonfire there. If we can do a bonfire there, yeah, I would like to do that. My birthday's on a Saturday, so 2 weeks from yesterday.
I Boca way too much. We were strangers. They would join. Where are you? What country?
There is
stranger.
There is something about swimming in the ocean or just having your feet in the ocean that is, to me, it is life-changing event. It just is. It is. It's the liminality of air, land, and sea meeting together at the corner, and it transforms me, and I have not done this in years, and we need to do it today or this week. I need it soon.
I know it's not something you wanted. It's not your third thing, but later for my birthday, we've talked about. I want to go to the Casadega, the most psychic city in Florida.
Okay,
Is that Casadega?
Yeah.
I figure out your third thing. Australia. Oh wow, that's freaking awesome.
Well, I hope you remember it because I forgot it too.
Oh my god, like I remembered the beach at night to be quiet, not to do anything.
Yeah, so we go to the beach. We can talk. I need
Okay.
to have a moment of silence with the water.
Remembered the bonfire.
And I need fire. Even again, if it's small, I'm fine. I need a fire. I need a fire.
God, what was your third one? I feel terrible.
It was different. It wasn't like a super naturey thing. Was it go to the park? No. Something
Oh my
like it
goodness.
was something like find a couch, but it wasn't the couch. It was something mundane. But anyway, hopefully I'll remember it.
Was it something at dusk? I remember you saying something about dusk.
I was just in Cleveland last week, Kelvin. I was in Miamisburg for a little bit, but then I was in what's the name of the city? It's Greenfield Estates. Copley maybe is the area. Copley or Greenfield Estates. That's where I was all week last week. I will be there a lot the next couple of months because I have a new community that we're onboarding in Copley area, Greenfield Estates area. Dementia care company. However, yeah, I need that. I don't know why it's been so long that I've done that. Anyway, I'm getting off center now. I need you to continue on before I mess this up.
All right, next
Because
topic.
it's already 11 o'clock.
And this is, I know we got to unfortunately pick it up a little bit, but if we don't cover everything, we can continue next week. The next topic is one that
Meanies and
I
bikinis.
love that. That is so cool. We've got the
It
the
fits,
spades
too.
covering their tits. And Paranormal put a video in here that I am going to watch, a documentary in the Discord, but were schools and prisons created to be alike to control people?
Yes.
There are obvious
Yes,
visual
yes,
and
yes.
structural similarities people point to. bells, schedules, permission to move, institutional buildings, rules, authority figures, assigned spaces, and consequences for breaking rules. But do these similarities mean they were intentionally designed for the same philosophy? We need to explore, where did the modern public school model actually originate? How did industrialization influence education? Where did modern prison design originate? And why do institutions naturally develop schedules, hierarchies, supervision, and standardized rules?
Control.
So, one thing to think about, devil's advocate point on this: structure isn't automatically oppression. Kids need education and communities need rules. So where's the line between necessary structure and unnecessary control?
The thing is, to me, I loved school. I got picked on a lot, that part sucked, but I loved learning. I loved classes. I was a straight A student for most everything except for 7th grade history. I got a D in it. And my dad was mad for a minute and then realized that I would never get a D in anything unless the teacher sucked. And then I got a new teacher on accident and had an A.
Oh.
But school, I was incredibly lucky to go to school in Chesapeake, Virginia. It still is in the top of the list, but at the time it was one of the top 10. It's the top 10 school systems in the United States.
Mm.
The teachers were phenomenal. I mean, I remember I talked about this last week as my English and Latin teacher, Miss Brooks, Deb Brooks, funnily enough. She has had such an impact. Mr. Wick, my 10th grade science teacher, my 12th grade psychology teacher, 11th grade psychology teacher, who you know.
Oh, yes, Karen Fletcher.
Karen Fletcher.
That lady's cool.
Man, these people allowed us to think and taught us to think. And I would not be this person if it wasn't for that, at that age group. Now, not everybody has that experience, right? Many people have the experience of people are trying to force, and we had tests like the SOL test, but I was good at them, so it didn't bother me. But that's not how it goes for most people. You know, most people don't get that experience in school where the teachers actually care about, or can. I'm not saying they do or don't, but they don't have the ability anymore.
God, if they're anything regulated like us, they don't have the time.
They don't have the time, and it is insane. And the teachers just don't have the energy anymore. And so even back then, what happens, I think, is school becomes something that you just have to do. And what we really learn out of school is the social aspect of it, which is ignored by too many people.
But it's nothing about life. Well, I won't say nothing, but
mine was. Like, I understood early on that algebra wasn't teaching me algebra for the sake of just being a class. It was teaching me how to learn things that have formulas. And I use that. Most people think they don't use geometry. Yes, we do. Those things are there for a reason, but you have to have the right teachers. You have to have the right school system. But I think that was an anomaly. I think my teaching experience, my school experience, was an anomaly. That truly is where that difference is for me. So I recognize, to me, that I think school is all about control now, especially in Texas, where you have the Bible now required teaching in school. It is required.
I'd tear the pages out.
Yep.
And then rip the Bible up.
If you don't follow, if you live in Texas, you're a kid and you're a parent. Your parent is, maybe you're trans, maybe you're not, maybe you're gay, maybe you're not. Whatever. You feel like you have a ability to make a thought process, to critically think. Mm-hmm. Texas beats that out of you, teaches you the Bible, and then if you do repel against it, you can't graduate. Then you don't have your high school diploma. Then you are relegated to this point where you are seen as trash. But it's the system that set it up for you.
It's very true. Texas is that way. I don't know about that's new, but
it's ridiculous. It is new. It's in the last year, but
I would totally rip up the Bible if they did that.
Yeah, look, I remember in my 8th grade, Miss Greenfield, my 8th grade history teacher, amazing. Or was it 9th grade? Can't remember, but it was Miss Shelley Greenfield. And I fell asleep in class. And one of the students got really pissed off and said, I can't believe you let him get away with shit. And she goes, because he does what he's supposed to do. And he's nice, and he does his homework, and he does the stuff, and he listens and pays attention. He doesn't usually fall asleep in class, but if he does, you know what? She let me fall asleep because I was having a really rough time at home and I was tired, but I kept my grades up and I listened and I paid attention. That one decision that she made to be kind to me in that situation is incredibly important to my life now. And people don't always have that experience. It's really unfortunate. It's very frustrating because that experience for me was something different. I also, yeah, and the art classes, gifted programs, I loved those. I wasn't good at the art classes, but we got to do all kinds of neat stuff. Yeah, I don't know, Squeaky. I know we have very different experiences, but everything that I've done has required not the topic that I learned, but the process of learning that I was taught in my high school. The way that I have learned to be creative in my thinking and to seek creative thinking and critical thinking came from how I was taught, not what I was taught. And I know many people don't get that experience. And I think if you do get that experience, you're very lucky because it just doesn't always happen. I mean, hell, I remember a first grade teacher that had a huge impact on me because she was kind to me in certain things. And I remember one that wasn't. And that has also changed how I experience things. But I do believe that school is absolutely developed and being used as a way to control people. Prisoners can't leave the prisons, but the kids can leave to go home. Yeah, and sometimes they leave to go to another prison. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, Kelvin. I love that thought process. There's a lot of discussion about college too. Is college indoctrination? I don't ever remember college ever indoctrinating me, although that was what somebody would say if they were indoctrinated. What I do remember in college is being allowed to make mistakes and learn stuff differently. But I was already a liberal kid. I was very emotional. I was very attached to people, and it is always frustrating because I wanted to be smart. I wanted to be engaged, but I also wanted people to be good. And I learned that not everybody's good. Then you got it. For me, that's my sentiment too. We messed up when we took the goal from creating a more complete human and moved it as for a way to make money. Absolutely. Yeah, and that happens a lot too, Mama Dragon. My school actually was like I remember in our classes just how well our teachers are instruistoj. How well they. I mean, I said this before on the show. We had a moment. There was moments where my English/Latin teacher stopped and said, "All right, guys. Obviously, we can't learn anything today because something's happening. What's going on?" And we would tell her, like, "Well, Jenny got in trouble with this and was caught in the boys' bathroom with this guy, and that's her boy." And she would let us have a professional adult conversation. Okay, when these things happen, what you need to do is talk to the person. She would literally walk us through how to be better people. Like our English teacher, Latin teacher, that's what she would do that day. And we would, it still boggles my mind how much those things stuck with me as an adult. And that is because I got lucky, and it shouldn't be that way. School should be about learning that thing that Ben is talking about, and even what Maeve is talking about, learning different ways of thinking in different people. That's what I learned in college too. And then, when I was a nurse in Northern Virginia, of course, Norfolk, Virginia, military hotbed. I'm gay kid, military base, really good place for me to be. My first boyfriend's Black, Asian, white, Korean, Filipino. I don't think no offense to white people, but I don't think I dated a white person for the first 5 years of coming out. Except the one really bad relationship I had. And I say that only because I was in a place that allowed that to exist, to be in contact with other people, to be around different people that you don't get like internally. And honestly, in Florida, there's not a whole lot. We say there is, but there's not a whole lot of ability for people to experience that many different cultures effectively because of the political climate. Obviously, there's a capability for, especially Spanish, right? Mexican. And Puerto Rican, there's a high level, and there's actually a lot of German people down here, a lot of Canadian people down here, but the political nature of the state keeps everything incredibly siloed, which is also frustrating. Very frustrating. Like we get our hair cut at a place that is truly it's Spanish. Our barber does not really speak English, and I don't care. It's a really I like being there.
Roberto!
He does a good job, but I don't feel uncomfortable in these places where other people would. You can see the minute you get out of the Spanish area, and that is very frustrating to me because we separate and silo everything down here so much. And it's set up that way. The system is set up to keep us separate. There's no such thing as left and right. If you don't know this, I think everybody in here probably gets this. There is no real fight between Christians and pagans. It is the top and the bottom, and it will always be that way. If the top can get the bottom to fight left and right, they don't see the top. Stealing away. That's the 6 of swords and the 7 of swords happening. The 5 through the 10 of swords is what's happening to all of us, while the millionaires, billionaires, and now trillionaires, makes no sense to me, are poking at us so that we can fight each other.
Can we do this rapid fire round as a poll?
All right, we're going to take a quick minute to see if anybody else has any more comments before we go into rapid fire, which I think is going to be really fun.
Like towards the, I was just asking. We can do it now, but it was like there's a couple more things. We can put it as a poll for everybody, and then we'll answer.
Okay.
Like you go back and forth.
That'll be fun.
Are we?
Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, Creole, and I want to learn Creole. I just want to communicate with Creole. I love the language. I love how. What's the word? How engaged the Creole population is with the people that they trust. But if they don't trust you, you have no chance.
La Chonita.
You have no chance. No chance at all. Cauldron Hill Craft works. Hello, YouTube. I might like this channel. Yay! All right. Thank you. We're glad you're here. We generally do mostly pagan discussion stuff, but we get really off topic into lots of mental health stuff. We're currently talking about how we put on a face for other people. You know, to be different so that we help them be more comfortable. But what about us? Cauldron, it looks like you might be a creator. I'll look you up in a minute, but if you have a creator or a link or anything you'd like to share, that is welcome in our channel. So if you are a creator, whether that's YouTube or a creator of stuff and things, please feel free to share if you want. And we'll unlock the link if it gets stuck.
Okay, are we able to move from schools and prisons?
Yes.
To the next?
Oh, that's what we were talking about too. Schools and prisons as a means of control.
Are chupacabras real? This is all courtesy of their chat. Try to pull everything from the chat. Or mostly, are chupacabras real, and where would they likely live? Cryptid Corner! What exactly is a chupacabra? The name literally means goat sucker.
So, for everybody else, and well, you all know this, but we go into our Discord chat, which I'll post a link here in a minute. But we go into our Discord chat and see what everybody's been talking about for the last week, and we bring it up as a topic. So, chupacabras came up.
I need to do better about responding in there in real time,
Yes,
but I
you
do
do.
pull the topics lately for the last 3 weeks, and I think it works really well. The name literally means goat sucker. There were famous reports that emerged from Puerto Rico in the 1990s. There's 2 popular descriptions. An original strange, almost reptilian, bipedal creature. And later, a description of a hairless, canine-looking creature frequently reported in the American Southwest. Could alleged chupacabras actually be coyotes, dogs, or other animals suffering from mange?
I don't think so.
And why did the legend spread so rapidly? If they are real, where would they thrive?
I am not a huge cryptid fan, but I am a big paranormal fan. And listening to paranormal talk,
Get it, paranormal.
that was such an amazing. If you haven't seen it, please go over to Unexplained Possibilities and check out that interview. We've all been on the show, but that was so much fun to listen to. Not just because you were so kind to us, which we appreciate, but it was really a good interview. Melvin just makes
really
people
good interview.
so comfortable. It was great.
Interesting. They have different version of it all around the world. Yes, they
Unexplained
really got one
possibilities.
living under my porch. His name is Omar.
Omar.
So, where would they likely thrive? Puerto Rico and other Caribbean islands? Mexico? Texas? Florida? All places y'all have mentioned. Remote desert regions? Swamps and subtropical environments.
So has anybody heard of a chupacabra-like thing that is in a different mythology? And I say mythology only because that's usually what folklore, I think, is a better word. That is in a different folklore or something else.
I get off the train. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2.
Shit, he really is.
Shit. Oh yeah, Mama Dragon did. He's had some great interviews this month.
Mm-hmm.
Mama Dragon,
Unexplained is back.
Paranormal, Mexico, Texas area. Yeah. There's some in the Philippines. Oh, interesting.
Is it a different name, I'm assuming? La chupacabra.
So are cryptids undiscovered animals, misunderstood known animals, supernatural beings? I think that might be, or manifestations of our collective imagination.
Yes.
Imagination.
I say yes to all of those.
Yes to all of them.
Yes, because I think sometimes we see animals, sometimes maybe animals don't look the way we expect, or there's a different variation. I think there are some supernatural ones. I think that there are all kinds of things in this world that we don't understand. And I think we are becoming, as a race of humans, we are becoming better able to see things because we are opening up as a whole. Things feel so bad because it's so visible on social media stuff, but as a whole, people, I think, are starting to open and starting to recognize and realize things are different than we expect. And there is a whole other thing to kind of engage in. So, super exciting.
Alrighty. Cool.
Finny, why are you on the floor?
Anything else on Chupacabras? Chat. We've still got a couple more things to go, but I'm not going to rush anybody if y'all still have things you want to talk about for La Chupacabra.
La chupacabra. So to me, I think the interesting thing about just cryptids and the supernatural aspect of things, all of that together, is there are things that are unexplained. And yes, as humans, we like to kind of fill in the blanks and make it explainable so that it feels a little bit more, a little bit less fearful. But I do believe there's so much more existing. I think right now, next to us, there is what some people would call a guardian angel, but it's this massive, big, floating, 5-dimensional dragon that hovers around us and keeps us safe.
That's important.
I believe that.
I do have an important
May not be a
scientific
dragon for you.
question. Very important scientific question.
This means it's going to be really silly. Go ahead.
Now, why would you automatically assume that?
Go
This
ahead.
is very serious.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
If Mystic or if Salann and Rook capture a chupacabra, who is responsible for feeding it?
Me. All right. Let's move on.
Alrighty. Now, I will need some help from Paranormal on this one. The next topic is, who is La Chonita? And the basics, correct me if I'm wrong, is this a bride? There's something about that she was...
Is it the white bribe?
A bride that was somehow magically frozen in time. Some say it was a mannequin. So who or what is La Chonita? The famous livestock. Oh, that's not her. Where does the story or name originate?
Goat's blood.
Is La Chonita connected to folklore, spirituality, a particular community, or modern internet culture? I believe, is La Chonita from the 1990s or like 1900s?
Did you write it?
La Chonita, or
I'm going to Google it real quick.
Paranormal put it in the Discord, and it was something I really should put a really cool picture of a mannequin. It's like a mannequin in a window.
You said La Chonita?
La Chonita, 2 words first. La, L-A.
It came up, but there's a restaurant named La Chonita.
Ooh, we need to go there. Ooh, La Chonita.
La
La
Pa-
Pescuela. La Pescuelita.
A famous Mexican urban legend centering on an eerily lifelike bridal mannequin displayed in a shop window in Chihuahua.
Ooh,
Chihuahuas.
She's the legend of the living mannequin. What else? What else? What else? I like her. La Jonita.
Legend says the figure is actually the embodied corpse of the owner's daughter who died from a spider or scorpion sting on her wedding day.
Ooh. Oh my
Okay.
god! Wow. Creepy.
That is creepy.
Oh my god, she's creepy. Pascualita Esparza is the parent, passed away suddenly right before her wedding. Grieving beyond measure, the mother allegedly had the corpse embalmed and placed in a wedding dress in the storefront window of La Popular.
The figure features hyper-realistic hands, visible lines, shiny glass eyes, and real human hair, which fuel rumors that it is real.
Oh my.
Witnesses claim that the mannequin moves its eyes, sweats, changes position, or follows people with its gaze when the store is closed.
Oy, oy, oy.
There is a video that I am not going to play right now because it's going to scare me.
Oh, La Pascualita. Let's watch
That
it.
is cool. We're gonna.
That is weird. Oh, that's so
Ooh.
cool.
Paranormal. Can that be one of your things? Have you done one on her yet?
Have you done a vlog on Las Pascualita? La Chonita?
That seems really cool.
Ooh, is that where you can show the picture too?
I don't think so. I think I would guess that Sleeping Beauty would have been way before this because this looks like it came out of the 90s. We'll put some pictures in the Discord too.
It wouldn't be totally impossible that somebody put a corpse up there.
Yeah. People have done weird things.
All right. Okay. Why are stories involving mysterious women, witches, spirits, healers, and supernatural figures so persistent across cultures?
We have a lot of good answers for that one.
And how many legends begin with a real person or event and become something completely different after generations of storytelling? Well, this one's unique because it's not generations, right? Not yet. Wow. Not yet, but she's planning to. All right, cool.
That's awesome. The whippoorwills. Whenever I hear the word whippoorwill, I think of Randy Travis.
Our love is deeper than the holler,
higher than the pine tree. I know I did the wrong verse, but anyway, you know what I mean.
Than the song of a whippoorwill.
One of my dad's favorite songs. La Tonita.
La Jonita. Alrighty. And then the power of doing something you've never done before. And this absolutely is tribute to Paranormal Witch. When was the last time you deliberately did something completely new? Why does unfamiliarity make us uncomfortable?
Okay, so
Why?
because of our main topic,
Yes. And that's why do we change for other people? It is different. You know, I recently did something and and I will just say that there is, so I ran a race, like a political race, and I lost. Not by too much, but I still lost. And you want to win, but there's value in having something to lose and losing it and going through that process, not only of losing, but how to process that, and then how do you really handle it when you say, oh, I'm good either way. Well, you really do want to win, but when you have to really be good with it, handle that emotionally, professionally, and then move on, because you got to move on. How does that work? It teaches you that you can't put everything you've got into a race, into your job, into politics. It's your life. And what kind of things do you do every day for me? And it's a lesson, to learn. But why does unfamiliarity make us uncomfortable?
Mine is so much smaller. My thing that I've done recently that I've never done before is painting my nails.
That's so cool.
I really enjoy it. Very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I got to figure out how to keep them from chipping off so bad, though. Because that's annoying.
Yeah, that's unusual. Like, are you washing your hands a whole bunch?
I mean, I am, but that might be why.
I don't know why, but we should.
What about you guys, though? What is something you've never done before? And if you haven't done something plan something. Plan to do something. It can be small. Or maybe it's something you did as a kid, but you were afraid to do as an adult.
Ooh, afraid to do it as a kid, but
Now,
you do as an adult.
that doesn't mean go jump off a cliff into the water.
No.
Our bodies can't handle what they used to could handle. At least not for me.
I would say confrontate. Well, I used to avoid confrontation, and as I've gone through life, I welcome confrontation when it is respectful, when it is appropriate, and when there is something that can be learned from it. I used to be just easy going like, oh, I'd rather not even bring it up, like tell them they're wrong, or I think they're wrong because I don't want conflict, I don't want confrontation, and now I love it. I mean, I love confrontation and conversation from people that disagree. I think you learn so much. Everybody loves just to talk to somebody who thinks the same way, but where do you learn? Where do you grow? Where can your mind be shaped, changed, altered, or supported? But with a confrontation, a respectful confrontation, I should say.
Very nice. Very nice.
Never done this before, but I'm doing it anyway.
Especially if it makes you a little nervous.
Especially if it makes you a little nervous.
Yep, we just created a mythos and a story channel. So I know I have way too many channels in our Discord. I will go through and
paranormal. Right.
I will go through and pull some off that aren't used just to clean it up a little bit. But started with big, and we can kind of go down a little bit.
I'm gonna learn how to make potato salad from scratch this week. Oh, that's awesome!
What kind? Do you mind me?
That sounds really good. Are you using vinegar? What do you put in there? What do you put in there? I don't know. See, I don't know. I got lambasted for an assignment in 6th grade, and I'll never forget on how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So that gives me trauma when somebody looks at me when I say something I don't know. Traumatizing.
Shush. Deviled egg potato salad. Oh my god, I love deviled eggs so much. Interestingly, I make potato salad and I do use vinegar in it. But mine's very generic, like my grandmother used to make it. It's pretty generic.
That's awesome.
I love deviled eggs though. That was so good.
Fully loaded Chevy Suburban for the first time in a couple weeks. That's cool. Hey, did you like it? Was that fun? Have you ever driven a vehicle that big or that heavy?
Them things are huge. My sister had one, has one. I think she still has it. I think it's a beast. That has. I don't use relish in mine, but I do have potatoes, eggs. We use hard-boiled eggs. Stone ground brown mustard, mayonnaise. I'm not a Cool Whip fan. Bacon bits, vinegar because I like things sour.
Saltonized eggs.
Satanized.
Oh. So, trying unfamiliar things can. Trying unfamiliar things can force the brain to pay attention differently, develop new associations, challenge established routines.
One of the things I remember in Uncle Setneck's Guide to the Left-Hand Path is,
damn, I hate people.
When you're driving and moving around, you should go different ways to work. Like take a different path, even if it's longer, but diversity in your actions and things that you do. So like if we go somewhere, take a different way or go left instead of right and go around a little bit, explore different areas in your pathways because it does help keep your brain fresh and aware. Hey, perfect stranger. I'm loving the sober you, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Very cool.
And it ain't easy.
It is not. I can't even imagine.
Can't imagine. That is awesome. I drove bigger, but nothing is luxurious.
Heyo. Hey. He said we've had a very.
So what is she putting in a different language?
We've had a very weird.
Is that what that means? Like
it's translating it automatically, but it's accidental.
Oh.
Just because the word's spelled differently, it thinks it's some.
So like last night when I put on the podcast.
And yes.
And I put how are you tonight, motherfuckers? In Esperanto, did it translate that automatically to English?
For most people, probably.
Oh.
But yes, this is my next book on the list.
I love doing that painful things. Well, it's summer boy. Chaos Goblin. Whoop, whoop.
Chicken, chicken. Whoop, whoop,
Tabby the
chicken
Chaos
heads.
Goblin. That's a fun way to be. I can tell you that.
And trying unfamiliar things can help make us comfortable with being a beginner again.
See, she wrote Taba and it's translating it to tobacco because in some language somewhere Taba means tobacco.
Oh,
That's hilarious.
okay. Spiritually or spiritualistically, there can be something deeply magical about declaring, I've never done this before, but I'm doing it anyway.
Before you go on, I just want to say, paranormal. I drive all the time, everywhere on highways. I don't drive on highways if I can avoid it, but Dallas is the absolute worst place to drive on the thing. And I'm not trying to scare you, but it scares me. I'm not a fan at all.
It's crazy. Like when I grew up there, it didn't have all these mix masters. We had mix masters, but they were like, let's just say 100 and 200 feet. Now they're like 1,000,000 feet in the air, and there's like spaghetti. Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I would definitely be using full self-driving.
Yeah, it's and there's a lot of Teslas in Dallas too.
I heard that Dallas has a lot of Teslas.
It is not, and I'm not trying to scare you more or make it worse, but it is not my favorite. I'd rather drive in DC.
I need to go to Texas soon. I need to connect with my home roots.
Neffy, what are you doing? Come here.
I love that.
Everybody say hi to Nefertiti.
Nefertiti's. She's lovely. These cats are sweet.
Get out of her butt.
We have the sweetest Samoyed dogs. They are so loving.
He's Neff Neff.
All they want to do is love us.
Rare. This is Neff Neff.
Our Samoyeds
You
are
gotta
so
stay on my leg,
sweet.
honey.
Piper's the most cuddly.
Oh,
I call her Snuggle.
you said Piper, so now Prim wants to come over.
Look at Snuggly Buggly. Can you see her? This is Snuggly Buggly. Oh my God, she loves it. Snuggly Buggly. Okay, sorry.
And we got Jealousy right here. Her name is Jealousy,
Hi, Jealousy.
aka Prim. Hi,
Piper
Primmy.
is my dog.
Hi, Primrose.
And Piper, when we got her, she was the
Yes.
runt.
Oh, you're my girl.
She didn't eat. She didn't move much. And now she's a Snuggly Buggly.
She's a good girl. She look at her.
She's a Snuggly Buggly.
All right.
Okay,
Dog
so
time. I've got a cat in my lap, two Samoyeds, Finn's laying there, another cat
hers is
there.
pretty. I love this
There's a dog in each of the chairs.
I need to get you a shampoo.
This dog right here, she can't quite fit on our couch, so she will get up and she will just lay
So
across
sweet.
with her feet on the floor and her head in your lap. So sweet.
She's so sweet, Snuggly Buggly.
We'll go-
Snuggly,
we will-
buggly, 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 boo.
You'll get to go OUTSIDE.
Yes,
E. They
snuggly.
have put a huge hole, two huge, like 7-foot deep holes in our yard.
And they are year old.
A year old yesterday.
Yesternight.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
All the floofs.
I love you, Snugglies.
We got lots of floofs.
I love you, Bugglies.
We're gonna keep moving so we can get to
Alright.
cards.
Because we have a rapid fire round coming up, which we're gonna put a poll out for you alls, and then we're gonna do it together. Boom, 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 boom.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a challenge this week. Sometime this week, do one thing or try to do one thing you've never done before. It doesn't have to be huge. Try a new food. Visit somewhere new. Take a different route to work or school. Learn something strange. Start a conversation with someone you normally wouldn't. Try a new spiritual practice. Wear something you normally wouldn't. Like Daisy Dukes. Just kidding. Walk into some place you've always been curious about but have never gone. This is your week to do it. Then ask yourself, what did I learn about myself because I was willing to be uncomfortable? And are we ready to get and prepare for the rapid fire round?
Look at them Daisy Dukes, them big old legs. I ain't too proud to beg.
Look at
Ain't
them
no
girls
shame in
and
that
Daisy
game.
Dukes, so
Gonna break it down
I
and
want
big
you
leg
to
chain. Okay,
look at
that's
them
not
Daisy
really
Dukes,
good.
so
Okay.
Take it back further. I want to rock. I want to rock so bad. Hey,
Okay, we're done.
hey, Doo-Doo Brown. Okay. We ready to prepare the rapid fire round?
Well, we need to give people a little
Oh.
bit of time to talk. I'm gonna grab me a drink.
Reflect and genuflect.
I like those ideas though.
We have a bat named Boy. We have a bat named Boy. I learned that I'm not so confident. Well, you would not know, paranormal. You seem
Feel bad
appropriately
because we're going
confident.
outside.
We have a
Not
black
yet.
cat named Void. Oh. Hi, Pussy Void. Hi, Pussy Void.
Will burn sage in bridges if I need to, and I will burn them even if I don't need to. I'll just burn sage.
They have a black pussy named Void.
I love it.
It is so cool.
Yeah, we have ours is Cleopatra and Nefertiti. They were, I don't want to call them rescues, but our friend couldn't care for them because they had too many animals, and we got them from them both. So you're among animal lovers. Our
Geodash. How's Geodash?
oh yeah, I had our
How is she? Yes.
our veiled chameleon unfortunately passed away last weekend, which is sad. Elphaba, young but good age for a captive veiled chameleon. Although I don't think we'll get another.
There are a lot of.
I do want to consider a beardy,
Very
but
true.
that is something we have to be very careful about.
When I'm very processed, organized, and make sure that I have the time
Once
to.
we get some other things in place.
Because I do know those, they require attention.
Yes.
Veiled chameleons do not want attention.
No.
But I think bearded dragons need you to take them out, need you to pet them. They like the
Mhm.
interaction.
So we're gonna have to wait for a minute.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for that and be very
So we
sure
need-
we're ready.
We need to do a little procession and find out where we're going to bury her.
Oh, yeah.
Geodash. Geodash.
Squeaky. What's
Um,
Squeaky doing? Oh, Squeaky. I just like to burn things in general.
Yes, Squeaky is likes to burn things. All right, we're moving rapid fire.
So don't say it out loud, but the first one is this.
All right.
And we're going to answer it while they're before you hit send. Well, whenever you want to do it, we'll do it. Okay? We're preparing our rapid fire. I like these. We should do them every week.
You can tell it moving forward to design it for each one. God damn it. Y'all, if you don't know, it's going to take me a little bit of time. We are using a Mac. We switched to a Mac. It is amazing, but everything's backwards. So I keep hitting the wrong
it
buttons. So we're going to put in a poll. They're going to come in, and then you're just supposed to... Oh. You're supposed to... I have my regular glasses on, not my reading ones, so I have trouble seeing. So you're supposed to pick one really fast. This is based on our conversation today. Which one speaks to you the most? And you can only pick one. Here is the first one.
First one.
Rapid fire. Pick one. Conformity or chaos?
Chaos. That's you.
Oh, I wasn't going to yell it out until they were done.
Oh. So
Whatever works for
they
you.
were supposed to answer.
Conformity for me, but I am trying to learn chaos because chaos is actually giving me much more joy lately.
Ooh.
And thank you for that, Tabby. I appreciate it. I know a couple of you have also said that, so thank you. And Ben, so sorry to hear that. That is,
Oh.
it is just the worst. But 20 years is really good for a kitty.
Oh,
catido.
baby.
Gato.
Sorry.
Yeah, that is the worst. I had Jakey Lou, my cat, for 17 years. He passed away, what, 3 or 4 years ago? And, yeah.
So how do we see the results?
We end the poll.
Oh.
All right, we are going to end the poll.
Oh, okay.
And it told us, too, right there. We know chaos wins. Conformity was only one
Okay.
vote. There were 10 votes. I would have
Sweet.
been vote number 11, and you would have been vote number 12, but we also picked opposite.
Yeah.
So it would have been the same.
Okay.
Although I will say, with conformity, that's how I am now, but I want to be more chaos. And I actually am trying to learn a little bit about chaos magic, too, and putting more chaos in my life. Twisted Chaos has brought more chaos to our life, which I like.
Yeah.
That sounds mean, but it's not.
It's not mean. It's not into the mean. Okay.
All right.
Next one. I don't know if you can see this.
It's so hard to get this to work. See, this is a hard one for me.
Yeah.
So, next question. Tarot or Ouija? Ouija. I should say tarot or talking board. and I love me a talking board, and
I'm
I
gonna
love me.
say Ouija for me.
I would say tarot, but also I wish there was a third option for pendulums because I
Oh, that's really what I
really
would-
want to do
yeah.
more pendulum work.
I would pick pendulums over tarot if that were the question.
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
Oh yeah.
No, you're wrong.
I'm not wrong. Maybe I wouldn't pick the choice you did, but that's not wrong.
All right.
Isn't it?
Hey, that's perfectly fine too. Luigi.
Makes me to get out my pendulums.
Luigi. I have a whole bunch of pendulums that we can use too.
Melvin,
They're not all tuned yet.
Unexplained actually got me on two pendulums interested.
Thousand Chaos. Yeah,
Oh,
that
that's
requires the
fair.
yeah.
Okay.
That is very true. Maybe I can see that. Yeah. Pendulum.
And the toe.
All right.
On the pole.
Let's see
it.
where we got with this one. I apologize if you didn't get a chance to vote. We're trying to do this quickly.
Really? Tarot?
Almost 100% tarot.
wow.
You are my people. Thank you for that. I am so happy. That is
Conformist? Just kidding. Okay. This one.
Alright, so this one's gonna be a little different.
I need to put yes or no. Yeah.
I like the way they wrote it better. School uniforms.
Oh, you misspelled.
I don't care. School uniforms, good idea or absolutely not? Ignore it if what I spelled wrong.
I can see both, but
I
could see both, but I would say I
I
wouldn't
like
say-
uniforms.
I do too. I wouldn't say absolutely not, but
I like uniforms, but within an ability to have some decision making because I like self expression.
yeah,
But uniforms in schools reduce bullying.
yes, I would say.
There's actual studies on that. Although
I
if
would
there's-
say could maybe.
I would say school uniforms with multiple options.
Yeah, me too.
Right? Like a uniform that says like a specific what's the word? Can't remember. Can't remember my word. It's gone.
Mangine?
No, it's gone. All right. So with that one, 11 votes. We had almost split down the middle. Good idea or absolutely not. Obviously. So I'm really on the form of that because on the edge of that because I love self-expression if the environment allows them to do it safely because people are assholes. And I believe in complete kid self-expression, but it takes out that pressure. Yeah. So we are going to Tabati, but it's going to be a minute. But yes, we will put you in there.
Jehovah. Absolutely.
So I get both 100%.
can't
I really, really get both. But
Yes.
bullying for me, a lot of it was around my clothes because I was a thrift store kid. We did not have a lot of money. My jeans were usually Sears. And I liked extravagant t-shirt. I was a t-shirt kid even then, and I got picked on a lot for my clothes. It was really frustrating and scary to me.
Oh, this has like 4 choices. Are we able to do it?
There 4? Yeah, we can do 4.
Yeah. So. Oh, 3. Sorry.
This one is different. So we have 3 choices
Different.
here. Chupacabra, animal, supernatural creature, or a mangy coyote.
Mm.
I'm call it a mangy coyote. Chupacabras stand on their own.
I want to say supernatural, but I feel like everybody
I think
is.
supernatural, and I think they are just an animal a supernatural animal that can cross over into our realm.
I agree with that one.
Like they're like double walkers.
Are known uniforms if they're
Cauldron,
geniuses,
I
like,
absolutely
yeah.
love that you brought that up because I didn't think about that at all. So I think I would agree with you then. When it comes to the gender specificity, that's frustrating. I think I'm changing my answer. If I had to pick one and there was only 2 choices, I would go with no uniforms if I had to pick one. Because the self-expression is so important. They just need to do better at not having bullies. So freaking irritating. All right, we're gonna end this poll for time purposes.
And then this one, you fill in an answer. This next one.
And so 70% supernatural. We have one mangy coyote.
Yeah, I love that.
Who do we think the mangy coyote? Squeaky.
Yes, absolutely.
Just not trying to call you out. I
Squeaky
promise.
furry rage.
Yeah, we never had
That sounds like something they would say. Squeaky
had
furry
that.
rage.
Yeah.
So this one, you fill in your answer. Wait, no, not this one. This is a yes or no. Sorry. The next one is a fill in.
This one, a yes or no? Would you keep a chupacabra as a pet?
I would say no because they're not meant to be pets, so they would be.
I agree.
That's why they're
Oh,
so
Ben.
elusive. Oh, Ben.
Oh, sorry, we called out what's this
Sorry, Squeaky Furry Rage.
cat?
Sorry, Squeaky Furry Rage. Silence. Bishop Riverdale.
That's hilarious.
Skirt.
And I can absolutely see you doing that, sir.
Oh, I thought you were gonna put an ascot at first. Oh, I like an ascot. I think I'd
You
look cute in
would.
an ascot.
All right, let's see what we get on this one. Would you keep it as a pet? Split down the middle? Pretty close. 56 no, 44 yes. I think I agree with that. I don't think I would keep it as a pet. All right, what's the next one?
All right. This is you fill in the blank.
Okay, well then let's do this. This is different style.
Different style. I like these rapid fires. This is gonna be a favorite segment for me, I think. Expects from you that you
Don't be
reject.
so critical.
Well, you've been making a lot of mistakes. I love you, but you've been going too fast. It's the keyboard, I know.
It is the keyboard. I'm not, and my nails are weird.
Okay. Let's
Now I'm gonna
see.
double inspect because you're rude.
Hmm?
See how critical he is of me?
So can they fill in?
I've identified my villain.
Do we have a space, or they just have to type it out?
I don't know if it.
Select
I don't know how it works. Never done it before.
Oh, cool. Okay, one thing society expects from you that you reject. Expects.
So, whoops. I don't know how this works, y'all. So if it's weird, then fine. We'll be fine.
Constant follow up for me.
Oh, I get it now.
I'm an adult and professional. I'm not gonna fucking check in with you at work or any fucking where else. I will not constantly follow up. Go suck it. Sorry.
Society expects of me that I reject.
Go fuck yourself.
I think they expect me to be perfect all the time, especially
I ain't falling up on shit, bitch.
at work, and that everyone has to be the same. I'm working on. Let's see. So this is different. Okay, so we see the answers over here. I get it now.
Oh.
Conformity as a man not sure emotions. Yes.
Oh well, that's a good
To
one.
not show
Conformity.
emotions. That is huge. Perfect stranger. Mine is
That's for you, Kim.
not just perfection, but that people expect you to be the same kind of like at my work. It feels like everybody expects all of us to be really good at the same things, but we're not. And I'm okay with that. I like my team being experts in different things because together we're really good. We don't all have to be the same. So conformity is part of that too, I think.
If I want to update you, I will.
Man, something if I see there's a guy I cannot remember his name. I think it's Iron Sanctuary on Facebook. That he puts on mini skirts. And he does it specifically. He's straight, but he does it specifically to piss people off. That says, "I look good in this damn skirt." And I just love his push to show emotions, to be nonconformist. And then there's another one, a podcast that I watched recently, where the two guys kind of talk back and forth, and the one guy starts crying, and he's like this big ass, like hulky dude, and the guy on the other goes, "Dude, buddy, just go for it, let it out, man." And he's like, "I am so embarrassed." He's like, "Don't be embarrassed." And the guy just. It all comes out. And I'm like, this is the shit that people need to see. It's what grows us. I love it. Maves, ketchup or not in KD mac and cheese? Ew.
What's KD?
Kraft, I think. Isn't that Kraft?
Keto diadosis? Keto diabetics?
I don't know if that's what KD is.
Ketchup or not? Oh, yeah.
But no.
Totally.
No.
And barbecue
No.
sauce and
No.
whatever, yeah.
No. Do you know what I like in mac and cheese?
Probably olives.
Garlic
I'm just
aioli or ranch dressing?
kidding. Oh, that sounds very good. Well, the garlic aioli sounds very good.
You know who taught me that?
Who?
Wawa.
Wawa.
Wawa. All right. So can we do can we do one question at a time? I think.
Okay. Maybe
All right. So no, these can be a little bit. We're gonna remove the
Okay.
question. Oh, there's more than one question. Let me see. I think there can be more than one question.
Masturbation activity.
What?
Oh, I thought it said masturbation activity. It said moderation activity.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. I'm like seeing things today, I guess.
All right. So we're gonna end that. I don't know if I like how that goes. I think.
Oh, here goes. How was shape and tattoos?
Yeah, I think we're just gonna ask these
I
questions.
get judged on how to look. Oh wow, it shows in here. People are putting.
Yeah.
How they expect that I would be the same as them based on appearance. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shaved head and tattoos.
All right, maybe we'll try it again. We're gonna ask to the rest of the questions in one though.
Oh really? Okay. One thing. What's something you've never done but desperately want to try?
So these two questions, I think. Oh, it's too long. It says. Okay, never mind. But we're learning here, right? So, what is something you've never done but desperately want to try? So
Indoor skydiving.
We got to go back and forth, which I think is weird. And you can't do two. Okay, yeah.
Indoor skydiving for me. Indoor skydiving to me.
Mushrooms.
Mushroom.
I've never done it, but I desperately want to try.
I never thought I would ever try any kind of drugs.
I'm afraid.
loving this ketamine.
I am afraid.
For the therapeutic effects.
Yes. Skydiving for sure. I can never. Skydiving's never my thing. Ooh, paranormal. That would be fun.
Get it, mama. I wish I knew how you feel with mushrooms. Like now I know what the ketamine is, and I like it.
It's different. If it's anything like LSD, it's different. Because I have done that. It's very well. I don't know. A lot of times, from what I understand, things like drugs, mushrooms, are really, really impacted by the people you're with and what your mindset is before you do it. Right. So I would want to meditate, be in a positive, very friendly, happy space before I did it.
It's more so affected by that kind of. Is that hallucinogen? Is that why?
Yes. Yep.
And then ketamine is dissociative.
Shark
right?
cage.
A dissociative painkiller.
Yeah, it really stand-up
comedy. Woo! Get it, girl. You should do that. That would be fun. I like that.
I don't
Twisted.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Perfect. That's very insightful. I wonder, now that you are in your sober period of life, what is the real you going to look like? And how are you going to know it when you see it? Do you think just like maybe do you journal? Do you write things down? Maybe you make a journal of my Who I Am journal that's separate from another journal, and your Who I Am journal can just be, I really think I like sitting in the grass barefoot. And you put that on. Or I like walking around the house naked, and you put that on that list, and make this list of all the things that make you you.
Naked? His
and you
tallywhacker?
Rediscover who you are. Help teach yourself who you are. I think that would be neat.
I don't know if asking this one. Oh.
You can ask as many as you want.
As many as you want.
Yeah, so it's going to be similar then? Okay. So I'm not too scared of that. I had a really good experience with LSD. I did do the one thing you're not supposed to do, which is look in a mirror. And to see your face actually morphing, very scary. Because it's not like things are melting wavy. It's like they actually are changing. And
so it's not like being away,
woozy.
Close,
yeah,
close.
No, it's very different. That was a little scary. I'm going to make it to Istanbul before I die. What is it about Istanbul? Can I ask? You don't have to.
I wish I could meditate and dissociate, like you said, without just doing it through meditation.
Yeah.
Or music. That would be really cool. We should practice. So we could do it at any time. I would love to do it at work.
What? Do what?
Dissociate when I need to.
No, I would never want to do it at work.
Oh, no.
Although mindfulness can help with that. But I would say pole dancing, that looks fun. I think I'm gonna use that advice for myself.
Pole dancing?
Yeah. No, making a who I am journal.
Oh, cool.
A journal. I'm gonna keep a little thing of, in my digital notebook maybe, or in my regular notebook. You know what? I'm gonna get a pen that I love, one of my special pens, and I'm gonna carry it with me with a little notebook. And whenever I see something that is meaningful to me or makes me feel more myself, I'm gonna write it down and start rediscovering who I am by writing it in a book.
Mm.
That sounds fun. I'm gonna do that. I am scared of it, but I think I'm gonna do it eventually. But yeah, it was just interesting. I've never really wanted to go to Istanbul, but it seems like a neat place. I've heard Adius talk about it quite a bit. He was there for I think 2 years, maybe something, maybe a little bit less.
Oh, wow.
But there's a lot of places I want to go. Thing I want to do bucket list in the United States are visit every state. I want to go to the hot springs local, and I still haven't done that. That's what I should do for my birthday.
What's
Maybe
that?
it's too hot though. The
What's
hot
that?
springs,
Oh, that would be cool.
warm springs, whatever they are.
If that's what you want, we do it.
Mama Dragon, look, we're with you on this. I don't know.
Functional country. Ooh, you should,
tattoos.
Kelvin. Get a tattoo.
We don't like them that much, if you can't tell.
And I'm totally scared of
Ooh,
needles.
I want a new tattoo for my birthday too.
Okay, there you go. Wear like your eyelid.
I want teardrops right there.
Don't do that. But I'm all for doing your eyelids when you close your eyes. You can see.
All right. What's our last question? We gotta get moving.
Okay, the last one. It's one piece of your authentic self. Never shrink.
What is one piece of your authentic self that you will never shrink again?
Mm.
Ever. Ooh, that sounds so good.
Going with the flow and just seeing what comes to mind.
I'm with you, perfect stranger. That is a goal for me too. By the time I hit, I'd say 60, I want to be 100% tattooed neck down. I'm afraid of some areas. Well, not 100%, because that's not getting tattooed. Sorry, not doing that one.
What's your ball sack?
Volcano group trip. I'm not
That
kidding. I
sounds
think I might
cool.
actually, that's something I would put on my list. I definitely want to do the Esperanto convention wherever it is next year, and even if it's abroad, that's something I really want to do.
Who this is with family this week?
Ben's humor that
Is it a
stays no matter what.
family
That's
reunion?
awesome.
He said a
Self-esteem and
family
pride. I
reunion.
love
Some
that.
places ain't free.
It's on my bucket list. Yeah, we should do a bucket list, chat. Because you know what's
We
really funny? Like
should.
there's a story about bucket list where we put so many things on it and we never do it because it's a thing to do, or keeping something for a special occasion. Every day is a special occasion. We need to be more happy with what we have and do the things that are on our bucket list. Getting on the motorcycle. I want to ride more. That's definitely on my list. I want to ride more. I do want to take my bike to the to a track one day.
Oh, that'd be
Never remove
cool.
your boundaries to make someone else happy. That is the theme of today for sure. Laughter and humor. We love it. Paranormal.
Paranormal.
All right. Give me.
Chikalaka sakaticho she, shikalaka shisha she.
You were just a cute dude. I love you, Bubba. You too. Yes. You're cute too, Cleo. I'm sorry I didn't pet you two. Everybody's mad and jealous. We are going to pull cards. So if you would like a card, who there was somebody we had to add. Brad, who was it? Who wasn't able to come off because they're driving? Was it Tabby or somebody else? Maeve.
Oh, I'm not sure. No.
We'll look up. All right, so yes, you do. Card me, please. Maeve is carded.
There we go, Tinko.
Twisted Chaos. We got you. P-Dubs, we got you. Paranormal Witch. Kelvin, we got you. Lord Kelvin. Mama Dragon, we got you as well. Was it Tabby? Was it you, Tabby, who asked us to put you on the
Yeah.
list? Go pee pee.
Gotta go pee like Salandra.
Like my brain is just like crazy today. Regardless, we have you on the list. All right, Tree Sap, thanks for hopping in. Love your face. Hope you have a good time. Because I know after this, I'm probably going to hop into some Valheim or Ark. I know Brad really wants to play some Ark, but I might get him into Valheim instead. Batty, that's it. It's Tabati. Thank you. I'm going to add Tabati as number 1 on the list because she did. She was not able to because of driving. Got you. That is correct. Thank you for that. Perfect Stranger. Yes, you are on the list right after Paranormal Witch. Mine is terrible. My memory has always been not that great since I had a TBI in 7th grade, but it's worse now than it ever has been. Like it's really driving down crap street. But that's okay, because the lived experience of now is even more important to me, and it should be. So yeah. Let's see. I want to do a charcoal this time because we haven't done our charcoal in a while, and I have some really cool. See if I can block this out. I have some really, I would call really cool. As always, I have tons of them. There we go. Resins to burn today. I got some India Hojari, some Copal, and quite a few things that I want to burn because I haven't been burning them as much. I also harvested some cherry blossoms, which was really cool because I'm excited about that. Got all kinds of stuff to burn today, so I'm excited. So as soon as Rook gets back here, we'll get rolling. I'm going to be using the Forgotten Empire Tarot today. I will put it right there for you guys for a minute. That's the Forgotten Tarot. Let me see. Did you get me squeaky silence? Let me make sure. Oh, my mouse went away. It's so hot. Whoops. Do. You want a sword forged in lava? That's important. That would be an 8. Squeaky. I'm just looking to make sure. I switch over again. Read me, please. Yes, I have you right before Tabby. Let's see. Perfect Stranger, Kelvin, Mama Dragon, Squeaky Silence. Yes, I got you. Squeaky Silence and Ben. I'll go through it again too. I'd like to keep everybody in order because, you know, it makes it easier for us. So I have Tabati we're going to do first, and then Maeve, Twisted Chaos, Paranormal Witch, Perfect Stranger, Kelvin, Mama Dragon, Squeaky, and Ben Jehovah. Always makes me chuckle. Put your memory in a safe place, but I forgot where that was. Did we miss anybody? Get this charcoal going. It does not want to light. Rook does not close them up very well sometimes, so the the quick light part goes bad because it is so humid in Florida. But I think we're good. I also realized now that the music was done. Like, I don't remember. Oh. All right. Well, somehow the music got closed. And that is how that happened. We are batting 1,000 today, that's for sure, with our techie techs. I'm gonna get our Suno. So again, you know, this version of the song I'm gonna play is actually me singing my voice with some tuning, some auto tune and adjustments, but I like it.
My eye feels better, and I don't know how that happened, but I'm very glad. I just scratched corneal abrasion.
Through mystery we journey. Many are our paths, yet one is our circle. Many are our names,
A really neat oracle deck come in.
All right.
Right, eh?
So let me just make sure it's not too loud.
Hey, pussies. And we need some incense to cleanse our.
Yeah, I'm getting some going. Just hold on.
How many people we got? Like 6?
Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, cool.
We got a good group.
Yeah. How's everybody doing? So this week we got to do our video stuff.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I would really like to do so. Our fellow shadow work activity is what our craft is what I'm gonna work on this week. Paranormal witch, love is like a roller coaster, baby.
Yeah, so Tabati's up first. Tabati, if you're, I know you probably can't type, that's okay, but we're just letting you know you are up. We are going to shuffle and we'll get you some cards.
Let me show. I am using once again the Light Sears Tarot. I need to get me a new Morgan Greer deck. Oh, excuse me. Good day. I'm feeding the kids breakfast. Ooh, they slept in a little bit. Good for you, Paranormal. You slip a little Benadryl in their water before they went to bed.
Ooh, there's thunders. Bubby, if you're scared, you can come sit with me.
If I had kids, I would give them Benadryl
Good
once in a
boy.
while, I think. You know, just when they were feeling itchy.
That's why we don't have kids.
I want to set up that computer today, too. I don't know what I've done with that.
That's the one you used last night? The new one?
No, I didn't use it last night. I haven't used it at all. We need to figure out what do we want to use it for.
You already made that decision. We already said what we were going to use it for, and then you just haven't done anything with it. That sounds like your problem.
Videos. Got an all as well.
I got it.
Trying to help. Like the shot.
Put your finger on it and test it.
That's very mean.
I literally said I did. No worries. So we just switched over to the end part, which is where we do tarot. So we pull a card, one each. I pull one and Rook will pull one, and we just kind of talk a little, really quick, short read. So if you want, we can add you to the list. But that's up to you. But we're starting right now with Tabati. So Tabati's first card for us today is the 6 of La Pentacles.
Tabati.
So this is a moment of really important time in something that you're working through or working on, Tabati. So really want you to pay attention to the things that are going on in your life that are holding on to your stability and the things that you need to kind of hang on to. Sorry?
I was just reading the comments.
I'm in the middle of a read. Oh, don't worry. I want to make it a big deal now moving forward. That makes me excited. So as you know, and the Six of Pentacles is right in the middle of the trend of this cycle of Pentacles, where you go from not having enough, not getting enough. The Six, you start getting the feeling of things are starting to become balanced. You're starting to get what you need. So you're starting to move into an era where things are balancing out a little bit more for you. Enough is now becoming available to you to do what you need. So hopefully you'll get that feeling of a little bit of relaxation almost, a little bit of things are actually going to be okay because I'm now able to get what I need. I'm able to feel what I need to feel. I'm starting to get to see all of the stuff that I've been working for is giving me back a little bit so that I can then focus on other things in my life. So your stability is returning. Finances are starting to get to a better place where they're a little bit more stable and a little more comfortable. The stones in here with the pentacles on them really represent, when you think of it like a flat stone, it's very stable. It doesn't flip easy. It's reliable. It can hold on to it. So right now things are starting for the first time to really move in a better direction for you in your finance realm.
All right, and I pulled
And
from
general life.
Lightseer's deck.
Oh, did you? Which deck is that?
The Lightseer's deck.
Great.
Yeah. I pulled the
Pagan's gonna lurk for a little bit.
Oh, cool. Thank you. And I pulled.
Paranormal's also feeding the kids.
Oh, that's cool. And they slept in a little bit though. That's right. Oh, cool. That's nice. Good
I'm
point.
done. I'm done being petty now.
That's okay. Be petty. The Four of Wands. So this represents
Four of what?
Wands. So you've got a little bit of some stability now. We're coming up soon in friendships and relationships. You can have fun. You know, you don't have to be guarded. That's good. Stability in personal relationships in life. So that's good. So just don't worry. Like you don't have to worry about like, oh, is that person authentic or whatnot? Just have fun and enjoy. Let your guard down. It's good. It's stable.
Very good.
So financially and personally, that's pretty good, right?
Yeah,
I think
seems
that's
like things
good.
are really.
Good and balanced.
Why did the chat just disappear?
Where's the chat? What have you done with the chat? Mon chéri. Pour-toi, mon chéri.
I swear, this computer is starting to be a little bit of frustrations. But, too baddie.
Pour-toi, mon chéri.
That is your card. We're moving next to Maeve.
Right. Can we put a little bit of incense or it's too early?
You can put incense on now. I mean, I can.
Yes.
No. I shall.
Use your little scooper.
You shan't.
Shan't.
I'm gonna put some Hajari Kapal on.
Ooh, I love Kapal. Kapal is my favorite. Yes. As far as waxes go, or what are these called?
Resin.
Resins go. Maeve down. Here he goes. Ooh, I love it.
Maeve, yeah, it's a
So
little bit too
amazing.
much though.
I love it. I could burn this every day. Kapal and what?
Dragon's blood.
It smells so good.
Put a little bit of this on to mute it out a little bit.
Transmutation. Yeah, this is so awesome. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Like you always do. Really nice to have your company, conversation, learning. I learn a lot. Are you okay, baby?
You got it.
Yeah.
Leave it.
Leave it.
Viper. Sorry.
Phone. Go. Leave it.
We've got to clean something up real quick. The dogs tend to get into stuff lately. He's throwing up again. Leave it.
Leave it. Y'all gotta stop eating it. Yep.
So they keep eating the freaking finding stuff and eating that's foam and then eating it. All right, let me reconnect here.
can't. And again, I have to take it up immediately upon rising now, don't I?
All right, Maeve.
This is Prim, or was that Pipey?
It's Piper.
Take up the matches.
Maeve, your card is Five of Pentacles, and this has been coming up a lot lately. I mentioned it last night on Apocrypha, how freaking often this card is coming up. And this is kind of more in line with what I'm used to seeing in the imagery of the Five of Pentacles, and it is, for me, the needing to leave something of dogmatic oppression, of structure. You're leaving an area of safety into an area of unsafety, but it is necessary for your forward motion. And it just is coming up in every freaking read I do the past couple weeks. So just as a whole, for me, it's all of us really need to start looking at what systems are holding us back, and we need to get away from them. We need to walk and get out of them, because there's so many things holding us back and really just keeping us underneath of what we are and what we can be. In order to have protection and safety, we need to step away. We need to leave that feeling of safety so that we then can find what is really truly right for ourselves. So whatever it is, allow yourself to step away from it. It'll be perfectly fine. Five of Pentacles can be a stressful card because it is change. Things are going to can be difficult. It's difficult to make that decision, but we do need to kind of step away from it and let it go.
All right, and I pulled the Empress. This is actually a pretty Empress. It looks like Gaia somewhat. What's going on? But even though something may be gone from the Five of Pentacles, what really matters is that you do have and will have all that you need, and it's going to be okay. You're not going to be without. You'll have, shelter, food, and the things that you need, and you'll be blessed in other ways that you may not see now.
Why does the window keep disappearing?
Will become evident. So I do not worry about what happens from the Five of Pentacles, because you will have everything provided that you need, and you'll be okay. That's what she's saying. That's a pretty Empress.
That's a really pretty card. I love.
Now I could
cards.
get with this Empress. I mean, I can deal with her. I like her. I think she communicates the message better than some. All right. I hope that helps you, Mr. May, Mr. M-A-V, M-A-V-E, M-A-V-E, M-A-V-E. He's got everything, M-A-V-E, M-A-V-E.
I don't know what's going on with this computer, but it keeps
Search and treasure.
closing stuff out and moving stuff up. But yeah, the Empress is... That deck is just beautiful.
I like this Empress. She's different and better than the others, to me, for me. Hope it helps.
Twisted is up.
TKO, that's Twisted K. TKO, I know her. She knows me. We can live in harmony. She's a friend. To the end. Friend. Sorry, I'm connecting to her. Alright. Uh-oh. That was not a jumper, I don't feel. That was a bad shuffle. No, ma'am.
Watch out. You stepped on my cards. Mine was a jumper.
Okay.
The King of Pentacles.
Oh, he's
All right, so TK, this is telling you that for your success to continue, you need to be hyper-focused on organization, structure, planning, and execution. You need to know where your players are. You need to give them clear directions. You need to be in the midst of knowing what's happening and be very, 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 very clear and specific and directorial. This is not a time for democratic decision making. It is I want it this way, this is how we need to do it, and we're going to move forward with this process. Are there any questions? The King of Pentacles comes up when we need to pull in the energy of structure and organization and making sure that things are placed and kept where they're placed, because if the players move on the field, the strategy will no longer properly work. So take a look at where you're at and what things are going on, and bring in your King of Pentacles energy of this is spreadsheets, this is organization, this is financials, this is everything put and placed properly where it belongs and where it needs to go. Ooh, that's a good one.
Ah, cool.
All right, this is almost like complete happiness, right?
Almost.
Almost. 9 of Cups. So the universe is giving you, or you have earned, it's not being given, you have earned what you desire, or soon will. So take it in and just enjoy the joy, enjoy what you've manifested, enjoy your happiness, and just be in that for a minute.
It must be thunder.
Don't second guess, don't think, don't overanalyze, don't speculate. Just enjoy what you've worked for. From your work, the universe has given to you what it is that you're desiring. Cool deal. That's a good one.
It is. There's definitely a need to add structure and maintain very much structure, because if not, things will fall apart fast.
Oh, what happened to the stars?
PW is next.
He's hiding the incense from me.
Yes, because you burn way too much.
Yeah, cool deal.
You already put some more out.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, baby. Who's this? Paranormal?
Paranormal.
We love paranormal. Perfect stranger, paranormal.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I don't know why these cards just do not shuffle. You have to shuffle them upside down. It's so weird.
Well, I love that couple.
Too strong for me. Smells a lot like burning plastic. That's why I have to burn it with the dragon's blood.
Nice.
But P-Dub, what do we got for my P-Dub?
P-Dubs. P-Dub going manifesting like a boss.
For show?
She's bossy. She's girl that. You don't have to like me.
All right.
You don't even have to
We're going
love
to
me.
start with the world, PW.
But you will respect
Paranormal
me.
Witch. The cool thing about the world is it is the 22nd. Even though it's number 21, it's the 22nd card
Yes, it is.
of the Major Arcana, because of course the 0 is also included, which is the 0 card. So 21, the world is the 22nd card. The world is all about everything is coming full circle. Everything is coming right back around to where it needs to be. And you should be really proud of all the stuff that you've done up to this point, because you've been working really hard to get things to a place that feels comfortable to you. What I would caution with the world is a lot of times after the world comes, guess what? The cycle restarts, and we can be on many cycles at the same time. So keep your eyes peeled for what's coming next, but take a moment and be very happy and relaxed. You are finally getting into a place, and part of whatever's been you're working through that is coming full circle is starting to relax, and it's starting to really pull you in and make sense to you. So very exciting. The world is all about the culmination of things in a way that is meaningful and positive and going forward. So that is going to be extremely important for you. Absolutely.
And I pulled for you Paranormal, Page of Swords. I really like this because I like how she's lifting up, like, instead of the swords, a light bulb. For information, you are interested in learning something new, maybe becoming an apprentice, maybe mentoring someone along the path. This could be, I don't know, with Asmodeus or something like that, but you are going to be interested in learning something new, or someone's going to come to you for guidance. And this is absolutely the right time to pursue either one and do it gratefully. I love how she's got a book in one hand and the light bulbs on strings like balloons in the other. Huh. Cool deal. Awesome,
Oh my God.
awesome.
I'm gonna have to cut this.
What is it, my love?
This is unfiltered dragon's blood, but I can't get it to break apart.
Uh-oh.
It's so strong.
Magic's my future. Okay.
Heck yeah. Well, this is, to me, when the world shows up, the world is saying you're not just manifesting, it is happening. And the page, she is all about finding things new and learning and being excited, and just everything is coming into the mind, and just great ideas and just so much excitement.
That smells amazing.
That's sweet India.
Mm. Oh, that smells wonderful. I need to get some new resins. I don't have any resins of my own.
I didn't know you needed your own stuff.
I don't. But where do you, I know where you
If you
keep
did
them.
have it, you would use it all in one day.
I know you keep them in that thing, right? Still?
Yep.
I'm gonna find some in that. With permission, I will.
Perfect Strangers up next.
P.S. P.S. That's the perfect stranger, the best. I have 3 black kids, a car, and a couple tuxedos. I'm so sorry. What? 40s are awful. 30s? Okay. Perfect stranger. Let me get this over here. Damn. Smells so good. And some Morgan queers.
McGreer's criteria.
Yeah. That was so cute. My perfect stranger.
Well, I am rewriting the infection control manual at work, so.
Manifesting that shit. Who's after perfect stranger? It's Kelvin. Kelvis.
All right.
I like this song a
We're
lot.
reading for Perfect Stranger.
Yes.
And then Kelvin.
Yeah, Kelvin was asking who's
And
next.
then, keep throwing cards. And then Mama Dragon, Squeaky, and Ben. in that
Mama
order.
Dragon speaking. I'm surprised the other Ben let you read him last Saturday. That's sweet. That was cool.
Yeah.
Very surprised.
I'm safe. Perfect Stranger, 7 of Cups. All right. So the 7 of Cups can often represent the feeling of having stuff but not being able to use it. Excuse me.
Ooh, what's that? Damn, fucking rude.
The emotion of the 7 of Cups is this feeling like I've got all these cups right here and there's stuff in them, but for some reason I can't get to them, or I can't pull them, or I can't grab them. There's this moment when you're in the 6 of Cups that you're starting to get excited that things are working out, but then the 8 of Cups, you're almost over fulfilled. Like there's too much and you're a little overwhelmed. So this 7 is kind of like, it's right there, but you can't quite reach it. So there's a little bit more work that you have to do to get where you're going. So really want to pay attention to your emotional state, how things are feeling right now, and make sure that we're addressing our emotions and our thoughts and feelings about what's going on in our life, in your life, because there could be this tendency to have, what's wrong with me? Everything is right here. Everything is available, but it's just not where I think it should be. And then you get this depression, you get this kind of downness of it. So the focus and the idea of the 7 of Cups is to tell us that it's okay to prepare and start having and know that we're setting the cups up for ourselves. We're setting things up and we're not there yet. And that's okay because we're going in the right direction. So just kind of take it easy. If you feel like something's not where it's supposed to be, or you're not getting what you need, just give it a little bit more time, relax a little bit, and just know that we're going in the right direction. We just need a little bit more time. So let things kind of play out for you without pushing it too hard.
All right, and I pulled the 6 of Pentacles, and this has some pentacles, some mundane or earthly things, and then I don't know if you can see it. I think you can. It looks like the infinity symbol behind, where things are kind of going in the pattern constantly, you know, like this. And you've got 2 different hands. One's like dropping things, and the other is receiving it. So, like a constant cycle of sometimes you give and sometimes you take, and just filling that out. So don't be weird about accepting something, help, or money or supplies or something from somebody else, because in the cycle it's just ongoing, infinity and infinity, giving and receiving, and that's a good balance to see. Sometimes you might need more and sometimes you might be able to give more. That's okay. You'll know with your intuition which is which and when to do what.
Love
If
it.
that makes any sense, I don't know.
Makes
Not
sense to me.
and tell me I'm wrong, and we'll try to pull another card.
Kelvin, you're up next, sir.
Kelvin, when you put the name of where you are now, it is the same name as a place that I worked at, a facility here in Florida, Naples.
I'm getting really irritated with these cards not coming together.
Let me give this here. Kelvis. Oh no, Kelvis.
I know it's really Kelvin, but if I like you, I modify your name. Does that connect to as Kelvis? Right. Alright, what does Kelvis need to know? They are present. Elvis is present. Kelvin. Kelvin. Oh, Kelvin.
All right, we have the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is the beginning of the situation. So these are things in the idea of what keeps us passionate, what keeps us fulfilled, what keeps us excited about the world. It can also represent things that we create, that we just have this desire to do at all times. When we're in the beginning of this, though, there's this separation of not everything's ready, not everything has been planned out or prepared, and there's this potential for stuttering and stopping, like little progress and then getting stuck. So in order to progress, we need to take a step back and look at where we are and think what we need to do to plan for that next thing. So there are things that could be passion projects. These are things that could be career related or work related. Doesn't necessarily mean things that you're getting paid for, but things that make you feel useful, I guess, is probably the better way, or purposeful might be the better way to say it. So there tends to be a lack of feeling of purpose with the Three of Wands, and the reminder is, let's go out and seek things that give us purpose and that we want to go through the purpose. That's going to be very important as you work through things, because if we don't seek out that purpose, then things get a little bit more difficult further down the line. So the advice of the Three of Wands is to be very acutely aware of what you're doing and why you're doing it, and doing more of those things that make you feel joy, feel happiness, feel purposeful. A lot of times the Three of Wands comes up when somebody is feeling like they don't have a purpose, or things are a little bit sad and not really completely fulfilling. So it's saying, go out and seek those things. Go out and look for something that will give you fulfillment and give you what it is that you need. And if you're already starting that, then it's contemplate and make sure that they are providing you that purpose and need, or they're not useful for you to do at this time.
All right. I pulled Five of Swords. This dude is out, and behind him, I don't know if you can kind of see in the picture, but I really say this is him, and he is behind himself, like with his arms outstretched, like everything's going pretty well. There's 4 crows, and then in the forefront, he's like, looks like he's doubting something. He looks frustrated. He's got one of the 5 up there with him, like whispering, again, sowing some doubt. It's like, if there's conflict or a little bit of doubt, it's okay to kind of look at things, but be wary of making big changes, because mostly everything is going pretty well. But this little crow is kind of saying, no, trying to sow doubt. So be wary of that. That person, even if it's yourself trying to sow that doubt, just kind of consider it for a while, process it, and then most probably you should move on with what you're doing. Well, hope that makes some sense.
Yep. And these kind of cards go together because there's a sense of things aren't driving the way they need to be driven, that they're not it's not even a bad place, they're just not where they need to be. And that it's creating some dissonance, some feelings of things are better, they should be better, but I don't feel like it's already better. So there's a couple of things that are behind on that. So yeah.
All right. This is Kelvin. Where are we at? And now we are at Mama D. Mama D for me.
It's the dragon.
You're welcome, Kelvin. Oh, we're at cars. Yeah. Yeah.
Some
Indy
jasmine
mama do.
oil.
Indy mama do.
It's not going to last very long.
Okay. Oh, that smells amazing. Is that jasmine?
And Tabata, you were the first read that we did. So if you are kind of going back through, I don't know exactly what time that was, but I would say it was, what, 15 minutes ago, maybe? 10, 15 minutes?
Look at Betty, yeah.
Got Mama Dragon. No worries. Major Arcana from Mama Dragon, the Star. Seek and you shall find. There is this wonderful feeling of having a direction again. The Star for me is a little bit different than most traditional readings, where it's not just about, well, not just, but it's not about having and needing guidance. It's about guidance being there, right? It's things are starting to unfold in the direction they need to, so that things can happen. But we need to look for that guidance, the signs in life, the synchronicities that say this is the right path for you. So things are moving, in my opinion, in the cards, very, very smoothly in a good, positive motion for you. But there are some things that might come up soon that have decisions to make, or you know, there might be things that you have to decide which path to go on, not like our paths, but just like a direction to go in. So you're going to want to look for those signs in the world, and they are there. The universe gives them to us to say, okay, today I need you to step left and go this way, or in a different direction, what have you. So just keep an eye open for the star in the world and the signs that are around you, so that you can continue following the path that's best suited and giving you what it is that you need to be successful.
All right. Excuse me, I can't talk, and I have pulled 2 of Wands. All right, and so you've had an idea, you've kind of gotten it together. Your plans are beginning, and it's time to move forward with it. You know, that passion, that project. You took the torch and said, okay, the ace, I've got this. We got this idea. It's time to work on that idea, get to planning. You've kind of started the plans now, and it's time to get it formulated and secured down. Get it formulated and secured, so that you can take the first steps in taking action on that idea, that passion, that fun thing.
Nice.
Wands. I hope that helps this week. Boop, 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 boop. Sha, sha.
You all right? I don't think you are.
What?
Okay.
Me? Oh, I don't know.
Squeaky is up next.
Have you ever heard of the Lizzie Borden House?
Yeah, no worries. And Tabati, you were first on the list. We made you first, so and it lagged all the time. Like, that's just how it is. I just wish I knew the exact time when we did them, because that would have made more sense. Oh, for sure, Paranormal. I know a lot about Lizzie Borden House. Squeaky.
Lizzie Borden. What's up, baby? Lizzie Borden had no hair.
Silence of squeaks.
It's squeak. Choot. Who's that grumping? Who's that grumping back there?
That's Primrose, I believe.
Primrose, what are you grumping?
Primrose. Yep.
Primrose.
Look at all his feet. Yep, you called her.
Oh, you don't have to get up, mamacitos.
She wants to go outside so bad.
It's your babies.
This dog literally tries to go through the door.
I love Piper.
It's Piper Papuchu.
Love it. Thank you for doing that too, by the way.
What?
Not you.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh.
All right, Squeaky. The moon. Fly me to the moon. All right, so the moon comes up a lot in the times in our lives when we need to make sure that we're applying the right contrast to things. There are lots of things that are very visible to us in the sunlight, but things at night, it's very different.
Oh, Piper. Yeah.
Because of the way the moonlight shines, right? And a lot of times we think things in the dark are harder to see, but in reality, it's a different contrast. It's a different perspective, a different way at illuminating things that you might otherwise miss. So when the moon comes up, we think about what are the things that we're missing? What are the things that are right in front of us that we're not seeing that we need to know? We just need to look a little bit harder, look a little bit differently, or maybe look at it in a different light. So whatever's happening in your world, try to think about it from a different way and say, let me look at this from the left or from the right, or in a different mindset even, or put it down and come back to it later. And whatever it is that you need will be revealed to you. You just have to, again, look a little bit differently for it.
Cool. I like that. This almost looks like they're building a pentagram. This 5 of Wands. So it kind of looks like they're almost trying to build a pentagram to manifest things. However, people kind of look like they're going in an unorganized fashion. Could be a conflict of ideas or which direction this project should take. So it would be a good time maybe for everybody to pause with the project, reflect, regroup, and see if everybody really wants to be on the same group or has the feeling of how this should go. But I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I get. Squeaky, are you working with anyone on something?
Yeah.
Or maybe you have conflicting ideas in your mind about it and it's time to slow down? You'd would do.
5 of Wands generally brings a need to rely on other people too and things to do what you've got to do.
Like a project or
Yeah.
a group. Well, maybe they're all like going kind of different ways, but I don't know. Think about it.
Gemini, good morning.
Gemini.
Or afternoon, actually.
What is
for
that?
us. Ben Jehovah's last on the list. If there's anybody else who'd like a card,
Jehovah.
please let us know.
Jehovah.
Ben Jehovah.
I'm gonna get that game that Adius got. He said to play with us. What was it called? Demonologist?
Yeah. Well, today we're doing either Ark
Oh yeah, Arky.
or
Ark.
Valheim.
Ark.
I want to play some Valheim too. I'm going to get you into where we need to get into in Valheim.
Yeah.
And then we'll get you up to speed. I want to get a little raid together or something
Hello.
with the group on Valheim because it's fun to play with other people.
Did you say hello to Cleo?
Hi, Cleo.
Cleo's a baby kitty.
Benja.
I'm a poos.
This is going to be a big piece, and I'm sorry, it's going to be very smoky in here.
Smoke it out.
I know you don't care, but
Smoke it out. Smoke it out.
I can break that piece down into a smaller piece.
This has been
Ben.
Jehovah again. This is me. Voluntary. 1, 5, 2. Just for you.
We got the Knight of Cups for Benja. So the Knight of Cups is this really, really strong emotional card, and we've talked a lot today about emotions, and the emotions of the Knight of Cups is all about not necessarily safety and security, but the idea that things are going to be going in a right way, going in a very positive management, a positive placement. So the King of Cups is very secure. They're very knowledgeable. They're very aware. This is the type of knight that has chivalry, that really understands the positive way to impact people. This is the gentleman that has strength, that opens the door, that waits for people, that pulls the chair, not just for a woman or somebody that they want to be with, but just in general understands how important it is to support other people and provide comfort to other people. He's not the one that runs in with a sword and just stabs people or does anything that the king says. This is the knight that could become the king. He does things in a way that really brings in the need to be wholesome and true. The Knight of Cups for me is also the knight that has the most balance of knightship, right? The the Knight of Pentacles, truth. Very, very built on truth, and things have to be true even if it hurts. The Knight of Cups is also very truthful, but knows that sometimes you have to have finesse and that you have to be appropriate and comforting. So really pay attention to things that might need a little bit of nuance to them and make sure that we're providing and giving that nuance to somebody without lying or being incorrect, but having that warmth and compassion and comfort alongside of the strength that the knight represents. So bring in that energy over the next week of
Well, I love this.
the more comforting part of strength. in the sphere of our world.
All right. And for you, kind Ben Jehovah, I have pulled 8 of Cups. Walking away, releasing people, places, and things that have outgrown or just aren't current or appropriate, or that you don't see a way continuing these people, places, or things. I hate to say it that way, but you've got a little sage bowl. She's burning some herbs. Sage bowl. She's got a little bowl and she's burning something. Herbs. She's releasing that energy. It could be sage, and walking away and just doing a little ritual. So if you feel, and you know, you wouldn't feel it, but if you know there's people, places, things that it's time to move on from or remove your focus from, then that would be something to think about this week.
I like it. All right.
Ooh, the long dark. What's the long
I
long?
don't know yet. We've done a lot. There was some good reads today. 9. We got those pretty quick too, and it is 1 o'clock. This is the longest
thank
show I
you,
think we've done
guys.
in forever. So
I know.
thank you
for
so
hanging
much,
out.
yeah, for hanging out and staying with us and going through the polls and all of our stuff that
Our
we saw
silliness and our fun.
as we go up.
We really enjoy you guys hanging out with us. It's
I like
a good
it.
community, a good group.
Always.
Kind of new things for me. Yeah. All right.
So I really hope that you guys had a good time, and if you have anything else that you would like to share, please feel free to. The Discord is really
done.
open for everybody, and please feel free to use it. Yes, Paranormal, please write wherever you want to write and let us know and tag us so that we can see it.
El Santa.
Again, highlight of my week, easily.
Thank you, Ben Jehovah, for letting us play on
And
your
yes,
server.
Thank you. And yes, Cauldron, thank you for
Welcome,
stopping in.
Colin Hill.
We really do appreciate
You hang
that.
out every week, 9:40, every Sunday, 9:45 Eastern
Every
time.
Sunday at 9:45 Eastern Time.
We hang on.
And generally we don't stay going until 1. We try to keep it to be done by noon because Satan and Coffee, I don't know if they even still do it on Sunday, but
Have a great day at work, Gemini. Rain.
But
Day
yes.
day.
oh,
Oh, thank you. That's got to be hard. I don't know what time. I know you guys are way off time. It's like either 4 hours ahead or I don't know. It's hours ahead or behind. Perfect Stranger. So thank
help you
you.
figure that out in just a minute.
Thank you for hanging out.
Always a good time.
In heart and spirit, we are whole. We are whole.
Though our prayers have different words, our hearts beat together in this moment.
May healing flow where there is hurt.
May hope rise where there is despair.
May kindness guide our hands and our steps.
We are children of the earth, citizens of the stars, and companions upon this turning world. Together we send healing, together we receive healing, together